Time can be irreplaceable here in the standards of things. Brother Clifford in the Cash App, much love, much respect to you. Appreciate that. I seen what you sent there earlier today here. Thank you. We appreciate that, man. And we are back, Brother Clifford. All right, thank you. All right, no courtesy to you and all the other good people in here, man, who have decided to show love. Sister Crystal on PayPal, thank you. Much love, much respect. Yeah, I'm still around, man. It is not easy at all. All right. Of course, hey, we always ask for help here concerning the program and other things in here too, because that's what keeps the life. This what keeps the lights and stops us from literally dying over here, dude, as a platform. We need all the damn support we can get here, always. All right, that ain't no hiccup of me sitting in here playing or all right, stretching to peak to see goddamn it. All right, well the stand T got an extra leg there to stand on. Hey, my me appearing around and being around the good people will only determine here if I do have the damn support or not. If I don't hear Halls, then I'll try to make it as best as I can. All right. But rest assured, I would like to be with y'all every morning and every evening here. All right. And a lot of these things are out of my hands here, dude. I damn sure try as much as I can here, dude. But you ain't going to stick a gun to somebody's head, Hoss, to force them to do anything. You can't squeeze blood from a turn up here, Hoss, and people can't give what they don't have, dude. You got to understand that. So I'm moving according to how I can get things done. And I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who has showed love here in the past. We appreciate you. All right. And I reward you here. Let me see here. I award you here, at least with the cases of me chopping it up and rapping with the good people, talking about Andrew Gillum and a few other topics here. All right. Just to show my appreciation here and gratitude for all the love. All right. Yes, I said it one more time. Once again, I would like to be here bright and early for good morning family, good evening family, all these different things in here, Halls, where I can only move as far as my means put to me at. All right. So thank y'all and much love, man. Welcome back. Hmm. Yeah. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not Houdini, all, so I can just move just so far. Let's go ahead to get rolling on Mr. Gillum. All right. On his recent charges being pulled over, them finding a meth pipe in the car. He must have been in a Harry or something, you know?
Felony drug charges in Baldwin County after reportedly driving erratically around 11 o'clock Thursday night.
Patrol officer pulled up behind Mr. Gillum at the red light at 98 in Walmart Drive. And when the light turned green, he accelerated at a high speed and was failing to maintain his lane of travel.
Gillum was pulled over for doing 60 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone, but police officers say what they found inside his SUV was a lot more serious than a speeding ticket.
A backup officer approaches on the other side and he could see a glass pipe on the console of the vehicle.
But that wasn't all. Evidence photos from Daphne PD show multiple pipes, marijuana, and several packages of what tested positive as methamphetamine. It is his latest arrest since withdrawing from political life since losing the Florida governor.
Yeah, and he said they found, ladies and gentlemen, on the console, they found the meth pipe, family. The meth pipe was located on the console. All right, but not just a meth pipe, family. A plethora of pipes. Huh? No, they said weed was there. All right, and all the types of gadgets, family. All right, go gadgets was inside of that damn vehicle. All right, no, he had plenty of tools to smoke butters, meth, all right, hash, whatever else you got in there. All right, right. Let's go ahead and go back here. I know I'm fast forwarding up. Let's go back here. All right, one more again. Let's make sure we pay attention.
Walmart Drive. And when the light turned green, he accelerated at a high speed and was failing to maintain his lane of travel.
Gillum was pulled over for doing 60 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone, but police officers say what they found inside his SUV was a lot more serious then a speeding ticket.
A backup officer approaches on the other side, and he could see a glass pipe on the console of the vehicle.
But that wasn't all. Evidence photos from Daphne PD show multiple pipes, marijuana, and several packages of what tested positive as methamphetamine. It is his latest arrest since withdrawing from political life since losing the Florida governor's race in 2018 by less than a percentage point. And it has garnered national attention with about 24 media requests.
It started out as TMZ, and then it's been news affiliates from all over the country, New York, mostly in Florida, but also CBS New York, but Miami, Tallahassee area.
Why he was in Daphne is not known. He's charged with felony possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana, and paraphernalia. On the Baldwin County beat in Daphne, Debbie Williams, WKRG, News 5.
Now, we just wanted a title here. All right. I could easily have put good afternoon, family, and it would have been fine. All right. Damn sure I wouldn't consider this the evening yet. All right. Your ass is prepared to cook, go get ready to eat dinner. All right. At this point in time, y'all. So please, as I say, disregard the title. All right. Yeah, that part too, except for the Andrew Gillum part. Yeah, kind of disregard that. Yeah, I just ran to grab a title. I didn't have time to go try to put all this stuff together. I said, let me save myself some damn time and get on in there. Yes, indeed. All right. And Gillum was caught with all types of pipes here. I want to play the other story that I have there because with the other story that's associated with him, they spoke about his crimes committed. They spoke about the arrest. And then they also attached his incident that he had from last year. Let me make sure I put this woman's face on the screen so you can see who said what. All right, give me 1 second.
Florida gubernatorial Democratic candidate Andrew Gillum is now facing drug charges stemming from an incident in Alabama. Frank Wiley joins us here in the studio with the very latest on this investigation. Frank.
Yeah, Courtney, this is just the latest legal trouble for the former Tallahassee mayor, who was once a rising star in Florida's Democratic Party until he narrowly lost to Governor Ron DeSantis back in 2018. Now, police in Daphne, Alabama say they pulled Gillum over for erratic driving. That was around 10:45 in the evening on July 2nd. They initiated a probable cause search, this after an officer noticed a glass pipe on the center console in the vehicle. Police say they found marijuana and methamphetamine. He is now charged with marijuana possession and unlawful possession of a controlled substance. According to jail records, he was released the very next day. Then in 2020, police found Gillum in a Miami Beach hotel room with a man who had apparently overdosed on drugs. Investigators say at the time, Gillum was too inebriated to talk to them about what happened. No one.
Man, I don't believe this here. And I told y'all this. This was a setup, man. All right. No, a man that he was there with overdosed on drugs. They found like 3 bags of methamphetamine in that hotel. When he answered the door, he was butt naked, Halls. All right. We had the video. I ain't playing it again. It's trifling. All right. But for the moment the police arrived, it looked like Andrew Gillum was the one that answered the door. All right. And he didn't have nothing on. All right. Yeah, he talking about they called because his friend OD. What happened was, for the other story, is that the man left one of their friends. And when he came back, he said both of them was fried. All right. That's the actual story here. All right. Not one of them was hot, dude. They had booty residue in there. All right, all through the damn hotel and everything. Pills and Diet Coke sodas in the floor. All right. It was just like a damn, it was like a murder scene, man. All right. Slaughter in there. Goddamn it. Throw up in between the damn tiles in there. All right. Yeah, it was horrible. You understand? And they didn't lock up anybody. What his story was is that he had been drinking because somebody had a wedding. All right. Yeah, he pretty much had been visiting, and he's going to rehab for drinking. All right, that's it. All right, that's what was told upon everything in there. They didn't lock him up either.
No one was charged with the crime, and days later, Gillum went to rehab. Then in 2022, he was indicted on federal conspiracy and wire fraud charges, accused of using campaign donations for personal use. In
Damn. That's why I said they got his whole list. All right. Yeah, but at least for that, there, him and the other lady he was with, they ended up getting off. If they didn't, they'd be in prison right now. All right. Yeah, I don't think he did anything. But when you black man and you ain't properly counting the dollars standing next to them, all right, yeah, they're gonna pull a levy at any time. He didn't have any friends to begin with. All right. No, you wishing upon a Democratic star. And I'm gonna show y'all something right after this. I was talking about Barack Obama and all them niggas there yesterday, but I went to go get some extras. All right, hold on.
And in 2022, he was indicted on federal conspiracy and wire fraud charges, accused of using campaign donations for personal use. In 2023, that trial ended with a hung jury on those charges and an acquittal on charges that Gillum lied to undercover FBI agents. Now, Gillum has not released a public statement regarding his newest charges. Of course, we'll keep you updated on any developments, Courtney.
I mean, you see how they tried to do him? They brought a black dude out there. You seen that? All right, yeah, discuss that nigga's meth smoking charges. All right, the meth pipe that was left in the console, dude. They said he was driving erratically. This is why they pulled him over, but who knows, man? All right, you're chilling in Florida. The police know your car. All right, they know you were the former mayor of Tallahassee, and they recognize your car because of the gubernatorial race, dude. They know who you are, nigga. All right, you think you don't believe that in Florida? I do. All right, well, for Andrew Gillum, yeah, the law enforcement knows who he is. All right, so if they got him doing anything in these cases in here, they got him dead to rights here in a situation which they can go ahead to exploit for themselves here. As I told you, the dominant society doesn't like to take L's at all, dude. All right, no, not at all. They don't like to take L's in a fashion where they're going to go ahead and, have to eat this later on by you walking around, them having to see you. They need to punish you, dude, to make a spectacle. If they don't, they look crazy. All right, can you please yeah. If they don't have the correct order here and deal here to punish you the first time, for the first
Booking.com. Booking.
trying to get the right one here. All right. If they don't got you, what they'll do is they'll come back for you, dude. Until they do, they'll give you the O.J. Simpson treatment.
2018 Florida gubernatorial Democratic candidate Andrew Gillum is now facing
trials and tribulations. That's what you'll get. All right. Yeah. You'll get the Mike Vick, fiesta. You'll get a Colin Kaepernick deal. You'll get we get the Michael Jackson treatment. All right. That's what you'll get. No, until they get you. Yeah, until they finally get your black ass for something. All right. And that one more again. Law enforcement in Florida knows Andrew Gillum. So it was a matter of time, baby. All right, that's it. They just really had to be looking in his direction and see that he was out here trying to have too much of a good time. And that was it. All right. That's all it took. All right. Yeah, for them boys to be on his ass. Pause. All right. Literally. All right. Right. Pause. All right. Right. All right. Literally to be on his backside, man. That's even worse. All right. Look, literally to put handcuffs on him. All right. And take him downtown. All right. Right. Okay. This is what we're talking about. I mean, I'm not sure if he was able to get a ticket or not. I believe that's what this shirt is all about. This this mugshot that you see right here. Yeah, he went downtown. All right. You understand? Ladies and gentlemen, he went downtown. Yeah, they had to fit him, all right, for a jail suit. All right. No, a whole joint. All right. Yes, indeed. Talking about that Tiger Woods treatment. When Tiger Woods, they did him dirty. They had our brother handcuffed to something, yo. I ain't taking pictures of him. He was over there looking like Count Dracula and shit. All right. Y'all niggas are wrong, man. All right. Well, when you're black, you get the business, man. All right. When you're black, You're going to get the business. All right. Yeah. You look like Count Dracula. All right. His wife had helped him crash the car all up and shit. Ex-wife. All right. Yeah, it was a horror scene. All right. And nobody had any remorse for old. All right. Tiger Woods. Nobody feel bad for him. All right. He's running around with all of these white women. All right. No. nobody put the stop button on things. Hey man, come on, man. Take it easy on it. No, man. Hell no. All right. You know, all them white women you've been running around here with. All right. We ain't taking it easy on nobody. All right, especially not you, Tiger. All right. No, he was in a bad way. All right, come on, son. Come on, son. Add level voice. Come on, son. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, son. That's how that Count Dracula hairline looked. That's exactly how it looked, man. After his wife got finished weighing his ass up. All right, come on, son. Come on, son. Mm-hmm. That was my shit right there. Mm-hmm. He would lift that goddamn piece of cardboard up, turn his face sideways. Come on, son. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, son. Mm-hmm. No, you gotta love Ed Lover, man. All right? Yeah, if you something wrong, if you don't love Ed Lover, I don't know what's wrong with you, baby. All right? Yeah, that's the guy right there. Mm-hmm. He said, come on, son. Yes, indeed. All right. Now, let me go ahead and get to Barack Obama. I said I had a piece on Barack Obama. All right. If I didn't, I'm going to talk to y'all about the Democrats one more again. Yeah, man. Yeah, the funky bunch, man. All right. AKA everybody's got to be getting it popping some type of way. Mm-hmm. We all got to get it popping. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to call you the funky bunch. Mm-hmm. Anytime you sit down in Congress, there are blind spots where the lockers are, where Congress, for the Democrats, keep their liquor. They take their interns. All right. Yeah. And they be doing all types of, all right, you know what back there, where it ain't no camera, where they know the cameras is off back there. All right. This is what they doing with your vote, nigga. All right. It ain't getting nothing done for black people. I can tell you what they doing, though. All right. No, and what I just said here ain't no big kept secret here, dude. All right. No, you go and ask and look around. All right. Yeah, where they take their interns, where they keep their liquor at. All right. All this bullshit, because they're not in office serving the people. One more again, they serving themselves. They getting the extra shot, nigga. All right, smacking their lips together, getting a taste, coming out sounding like Kamala Harris, nigga. All right, you wonder why people won't get with it. All right, yeah, what are we going ahead to connect ourselves to, Halls? All right, what exactly? Because a person adjacent from you uttering everybody's problems, whose policies is to act like they don't hear yours, is an op, nigga. All right, that's what they are. They're equivalent to an op. Shit. All right, and we got all the paperwork together for you exclusively here. Just the bottom line. Nobody else is gonna have what I'm getting ready to show you. All right, you're welcome. All right, now. Remember that guy from the damn DNC with the heels on and shit talking about don't tell your parents nothing? All right. No, we managed to connect the dots here. All right. With who Barack Obama was talking about, dude. All right. No, we connected the dots. No, we put everybody on one screen. All right. So that you, no, as a well observer here in Black society, you can tell us what Barack Obama meant. Hold on 1 second here. All right, just in case for all the people in here try to act like they didn't hear him.
that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad is.
He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a
No. All right. If any, that's not his mama's job to speak down on the damn father. All right. No, to talk about how he ain't shit, this and the third, nor is it anybody else's engagement on this breadwinner. Y'all are so thickly taught here to snatch all confidence out of the black home. So even if it rubs somebody the wrong way or it's completely openly disrespectful, holds contempt, and a whole lot of other greaseball shit here, Halls, folks will throw this stuff in here anyway because black males are supposed to take all this shit with no resistance. He's in violation. All right. And I say this simply, if you want to cancel yourself out on manhood, fine, dude. All right. But then you don't get to control how that road's going to go for the rest of us. All right. Respectfully. All right. Person can be and do whatever they want to. And I hope that you can get married and buy cereal and, all right, do all the appropriate things in here that everybody else does here and what have you. Yes, indeed.
Okay, let me know when you're finished.
Okay. Yeah.
You bought cookies in here?
Yeah, go ahead. All right. So give me 1 second here. 1 second. All right. I'm still here with everybody. I'm still with y'all. All right. We're going to play this video here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back here and play it from the beginning. All right. Because for the guy that I had showed you guys yesterday, I'm connecting the dots on who Barack might have been talking about. But my bigger point is that, no, a father's role shouldn't be impeded with his son. It should be directly from his order with nobody questioning it. The black father should not be questioned about how he's parenting in his home and let's judge or rate him. All right. Knowing your son here or daughter is eating every day. All right. Clothes on their damn back. All right. In a decent home, clean and fitting home in here for some child or kids to be in here. You have a bed and all of these other extra things in here. All right. No, when it comes to them terms, I'm talking about doing what you're supposed to be doing. All right. Right. Don't nobody get to come in here to a black man's home and tell him. All right. No, I really got to park on this spot right here on what your measurements is, taking care of your damn family. If your family is happy, dude. All right. Yes. You don't get to pull another figurehead up in here, dude, to start talking about this and that, dude. That's that man's home. You ever heard circumstances? All right. You know, that's his wife and that's his family. Right. So you mind your own damn business. All right. No, America, especially the Democrats, have ignored these things when it has came to black males, and they've used the Mark Lamont Hills and Barack Obamas to halfway distract you. All right. Yeah. About the seriousness of black males being respected in the home, talking this patriarchy garbage and all of this other trash that don't hold no validity in the real world, that white society ain't talking about. All right. Yeah, they don't mince words talking about the dominance that their men should be able to have here in this world. All right. No, they don't mince words. All right. They talk about all the protections and the guns that they need to be able to own. And all right, stand your ground. And no, come on, Halls. All right. We're talking about something so simple as the mentality of the black male coming in here and parenting, which there is no stricter regimen for that black family, that male and female, than it is for any other parents out here, because you ain't got to warn your children about the things that we got to warn ours about. All right. And you can add people like Barack Obama to the damn list. All right. Fair use.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad is.
He can't be
Like,
everything.
he can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or whatever, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this. That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad is.
He can't be
Like,
everything.
he can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned.
No, and there it is. No, it was the whole pitch, and he's rolling it in here again. All right, is that you need to get this connection here. All right, yeah, with this non-heterosexual individual to be able to get understanding in your home. All right, and maybe be able to talk to another friend and what have you. Who's to say here, based on this child's mentality and the person that they want to be, that they want these type of non-heterosexual friends around here like that? I got people that I'm cool with here. All right, let me tell you here. I'm speaking for myself here. All right, that whatever, gender fluid, this, that, and the third, all of these different terms or what have you. That's their business. All right. But when they come to deal with me, they come and dress me as a damn man here. All right. I don't care what the situation is, what anything else is. It's about respect. And when it comes to my downtime and my personal time, I'm not intentionally going ahead to put myself around spaces and groups like that. Rather, all right, some folks might feel like you're being ignorant or you're disrespectful or you're a grump, you're taking the energy. I wouldn't willfully just put myself in a space. All right. No, respectfully. All right, where people are chilling and enjoying myself here, Halls, just to be sitting here with the stink face. All right, if that's the case, you just take your ass home. All right, real talk. Yeah, I don't believe in folks coming in other spaces, making other people miserable, nigga, because your life ain't well. All right, yeah, you want to hit somebody else in the chest. That ain't cool. Spread love, baby. That's my motto. All right, no, spread love. All right, shit. There's a moment here in a person's life where an individual may need you to drop the word on them real quick. All right. No, but in a respectful manner. All right. Yes, indeed. Some folks don't want to get it. The Barack Obama era for some of these guys, they kicking and pulling. It's like pulling teeth talking to some of these little rockhead niggas. All right. You have to literally put them in front of Barack with him saying this weird shit. All right. And to people with a healthy perspective, he's talking about this type of professor to your kids, just to be blunt.
Everybody look at me, and I'm getting ready to tell you something that's probably going to hurt your feelings, but I love you, okay? The parents are not your friends. I'm going to say it again because I want you to hear me. The parents are not your friends, okay? They cannot be trusted, all right? Everybody look at.
What do you mean your parents can't be trusted? Like I said, they're the first people on this list that you should be able to sit down in here and trust. The first people you come to talk to. You're not the first person they talk to. All right. I'm talking about on a pecking order list of custody, of information here, what's important to that kid. Yes, indeed. All right. I guess my cheeses ain't good enough, huh? All right. Yeah, they ain't good. All right. I'm just gonna keep my thoughts to myself. All right. I guess they ain't A1, huh? All right. Hold on. Yeah, let's go ahead and move forward on this party here. This is what they got going. We talk about Andrew Gillum and 3 or 4 white men in a hotel. All right, you ain't got no clothes on in there. All right. Right. Barack Obama with his strange statements. All right. No, Hakeem Jeffries. All right. Cory Booker filibustering for over 24 hours. These weird niggas. All right. No, they weird, dude. James Clyburn. All right. They all the same. All right. All the same. The slick back nigga, Al Green. All right. All the Democrats, dude. These niggas been around here for a minute, a long time. All right. They ain't just pop up yesterday. Mm-mm. All right.
I got some breakfast.
All right. They did not just pop up yesterday. Give me 1 second. All right now. So this is from Cora Bush. We're still talking about the Democratic Party here. This is from Cora Bush. And this is what it means to not do your job, y'all. When you ain't doing your job. All right. No, when you're trying not to get elected, you don't want black people support. All right. You go ahead and do stuff like this here.
Dobar dan svima. Moje ime je Adem Čemerlić. Radim kao ljekar u jednoj dječjoj bolnici ovdje u St. Louisu. Nalazimo se ispred Sebilja, jedan od simbola naše male bosanske zajednice ovdje u St. Louisu. Danas želim da pružim istinsku podršku svojoj prijateljci, Congresswoman Cori Bush, koja je kandidat za kongresa na predstojećim izborima.
Thank you, Adam. It's so good to be able to connect with you. I represented you in Congress for 4 years.
Yeah, because you damn sure ain't do shit for black people. Nothing. Let me cut you off. This is why you are where you are, Cora. Right here. All right? The blatant disrespect, man. This is America, first of all. All right? That means we should be able to comprehend the conversation in which you having right here. All right? Yes, indeed. I understand they got some words you can read there at the bottom, but all right? Come on, dude. All right? This is deliberately why Jamal Bowman got thrown out of office. It was just so easy for AIPAC's money to come in, but behind, what's his name, Whitmore, the one-eyed dude. All right, an old white dude with one eye. All right, was successfully able to remove Boldman. All right, or Boldman, whatever his damn name is. All right, the guy who pulled that damn fire hydrant arguing with Marjorie Taylor Greene. All right, yeah, that pulled the what you call it here, fire alarm. Excuse me, but yeah, for his case in here, he got thrown out of damn office during a time where she got thrown out of office too. All right, they were trying to dismantle the squad at the time. If y'all heard that political term, yeah, the squad. Now, Ilhan Omar kept her seat. Ocasio-Cortez kept hers. All right. That's what ended up happening in that case. But if you're looking at the screen like, all right, I recognize her. Yeah, that's her. All right. Same bootleg. All right. Trying to come in here for U.S. Congress and you ain't getting nothing. You're not offering black folks reparations and tangibles. You're anchoring for a immigrant group where it's not even enough of them to go ahead to come to get you elected. And for the terms of Caucasian folks already is to vote for their people. That's a white man standing next to you. I don't care what language he's speaking. All right, let's get cracking down to what it is. All right, yes. So at the end of the day, he and his people are going to vote for the strong white man, no matter what benefits you done gave up. All right, yeah, they'll put their back in behind him from a cultural perspective. All right, yes, because this is what they would do in their homelands to reach for the candidate that is more Anglo-Saxon like, sweetheart. All right. And you can go ask Jasmine Crockett about that. She did all this ass kissing to immigrants. All right. And they turned around and elected the Latino dude in it. All right. No, they didn't see her. All right. Walk right past her. All right. Whatever, nigga. All right. God rest the dead. Sheila Jackson Lee in Texas for mayor. Same thing. All right. No, they elected the old bald-headed white man. Short, old bald-headed white man. Some guy, I don't remember his name. All right, Whitmore or something. All right, I don't even remember. He got elected mayor for Texas there. All right, over Sheila Jackson Lee when she was alive. All right, it's one of the last joints she ran. All right, then she came crawling for her own seat, her old seat back, fighting with that girl. All right, I remember all that shit. It was a big dumpster. Excuse me, a garbage can set on fire. All right, a mess, dude. All right, yes indeed. All right, it's not that young girl's fault that you got your ass whooped. All right, she was promising to punish niggas and everything. All right, no, to reward illegals and put the boot down on some black folks. All right, and they still didn't elect her. All right, I told you that she showed up here. All right, at the club, this old woman in here at the club, 2:00 in the morning. Like, come on, Sheila, come on, Sister Sheila. God rest the dead, Sheila. Come on now. Don't know young folks want to see you at 2 a.m. There's nothing you can say around that time. All right. That's refreshing about voting to them. All right. Like, whose grandmother is that? Mm-hmm. All right. Nobody want to see you dance. Nothing. I don't want to see you do the Dougie. No, just get out of here. All right. Now back to Cora Bush. All right. This is how you not get elected, baby. All right. Because we warned you. All right. This goes for all politicians too. You're not going to get anything out here without a substantial amount of the black votes. We are what's influential out here politically. If we're not backing you, if nobody's in here, all right, yelling your name out to tell people to vote here, Halls, all right, which we haven't been doing that for any of you niggas, really. All right. No, not really at all. All right. It's maybe on one hand you can count. All right. And I told y'all what the protocol is. Until you go ahead to rather see myself, Brother Black here, Tyreek or whatever, you need to come speak directly to the black streets as a politician. If you can take your ass to No Neck Unfiltered, all right. No, Roland Martin, No Neck Unfiltered. All right. If you can go with these cheesecake niggas and the Chitlin circuit and give them an interview and sit back and talk with them, you can come and holler at us. They know who we are. Mm-hmm. Man, I already see some of your damn tethers out here trying to run cover. All right. But we'll get to that in a minute here. All right. One thing at a time. Mm-hmm.
And I'm so looking towards going back to be able to represent you again, our Bosnian community.
Predstavljala sam vas kao član kongresa nekoliko godina I radujem se prilici ponovo da vas predstavljam u kongresu.
I fought for your health care. I fought for your kids' education. I want to go back to fight for you even more.
Borila sam se da poboljšam vaše zdravstvo. Borila sam se da poboljšam obrazovanje za vašu djecu I želim I dalje da se borim za vaše interese.
You deserve a fighter. You deserve a champion who will bring home wins for your community, and I am that champion.
Vi zaslužujete jednog borca I jednog šampiona koji će se boriti za vaše potrebe I ja sam taj borac I šampion za vas.
I've stood up right here in this same park for our Bosnian community. I stood here and spoke during a commemoration of the Srebrenica genocide 2 years ago.
Prije 2 godine sam bila ovdje na ovoj lokaciji gdje sam govorila javno o Srebreničkom genocidu.
Yeah. And what the hell have you given to Friedman? You understand that Gavin Newsom just gave some $5 Indians a bunch of damn acres of land, dude? All right, in California. Do you know that? All right. No, that's what he's doing. All right. It's what this bastard is doing. While y'all sitting here, white supremacy sitting here directly going here to reward their people. While y'all pussyfooting around, kissing ass, all lives matter, people of color, black and brown. All right. No, all the way. All right. Excuse me. Back to the graveyard, nigga. All right. No, you don't. I don't think she holds any political office now, and you won't at the end of this. All right. The problem is that she still has to go against the circumstances of Israel's money, and you fighting against them, plus the circumstances of having no black support. Bosnia, all right, is not going to go ahead to bring you into office here, Hawks. They're not. All right. And these folks start crowds going ahead to walk here into these spaces and realize that the lack of black presence here, Hawks, folks are going to start playing you to the left. All right. The problem is here for these cases here. All right. Yeah. Some folks will go ahead. They got the money to push for you to campaign for them. But when your primary objective is not reparations for freedmen, cash payments, all right, you ain't picking up no real heat here, Hawks. You're not. All right. Not with the Democrats backing you. None of that. Because we get this much here, right? And Israel's money financially stretches so far in our politics that they can use our goddamn military, all right, no, as their own personal damn militia. All right. That's how deep Israel's money runs through the pockets of our politicians, nigga, factually. All right. Yes. So whereas though we got people in the military, you getting that call, all right, getting that email and that message to be ready at 5 a.m. on the boat. All right. Oh, you damn right. All right. No, because Israel needs some things done. All right. Yes. This is how far compromised our government is financially. All right. No, you wonder why for some of these countries and these folks here, it's like they stacking up so much bread and so much money. And they might need to buy a country. Huh? No, I might need to rent your military. All right. All right. No, it's how bad they've made it here. You talking about the cases of the collateral damage of money in politics. You're already looking at it. You living in it. You right there. All right. You're censored, banned. You go ahead and start saying some of the stuff I'm talking about. Banned immediately. They take you down. All right. No, for being correct here in these matters here, for pointing out stuff in directions that they don't want you looking at. They don't even want you thinking about. All right. Anytime you prepared to put a law down that you can't even talk about some of these folks having money. All right. Yeah, we will put charges on you to talk about how much wealth and power that one group has here in America. All right. Yeah, even if these things are significantly true, dude. All right. Yeah, I seen that with Tyler Olivero when he went into that damn Jewish community there in New Jersey. All right. And expose all the damn welfare and fraud and all right, G-Wagons and all right, folks, minivans in that community. All right, the average family had a minivan, nigga. All right, 7 to 8 people to a family. All right. Yeah, random Joe Schmoes just riding down the street in G-Wagons, nigga. All right. A community of Hasidic Jewish people, dude. All right. Yes. Y'all can go check that up there in New Jersey. Yeah, they took Tyler Olivero's Patreon page down, dude. All right. No, just for posting that video. They snatched his shit down, dude. All right. For exposing the fraud. All right. Oh, yeah. It's okay to point the flashlight at everywhere else. All right. Albanians. Okay. All right. Cubans. All right. Russians in California. All right. With their fake hospice and all of this shit. All right. Everybody's coming over here stealing, courtesy of the Democrats. All right. Robbing us. All right. When y'all seen this Doge stuff pop off and they started to go and snatch back up all these American dollars, all right, from strange places. All right. Yeah, Stacey Abrams sitting there talking about she's going to She had two different nonprofit organizations of $1 billion a piece, so $2 billion here, all to go into the funding of Tallahassee. You're talking about some population of 124 or 25 people. All right. Yeah, she's talking about she's gonna get a kitchen, something new in the kitchen for all of them. You still don't need 2 billion, nowhere near. None of it, dude. I don't care what math you sitting up in here doing. If you got them the best shit for their kitchen for that population of people. All right, I gave you a direct number. All right. Yeah, these people are complete scam artists. And this is why you see her out in interviews all mad and shit, barking at Trump. Yeah, bitch, because you wasn't able to steal nothing. All right. Yeah, give me that back. Yeah, that was Biden's favor to her, dude. That $2 billion quietly. All right. And if it wasn't anything funky around here, dude, then why they had to be sneaky about it? All right. That's what I'm asking. No, if you weren't out here running game and doing a whole bunch of filth hauls, see, all right, then why you got to sneak around about this money? All right. Everything they don't want to have to tell you straightforward. And then when the niggas finally explain themselves to you, they stuttering and shit and looking crazy. Lying, saying shit that don't make no sense. All right. The boogeyman is the Joker with his goddamn hand in your pocket here, Halls. All right. Pointing across the street trying to call somebody else the devil. All right. Hand right in your pocket. All right. Oh, hell no. They finding $40 million in gas stations, abandoned gas stations in other countries. All right. Like, what are you niggas doing? All right. Yeah. What is this? Yeah. Who's buzzing?
genocida i pružila podršku Bosancima ovdje u St. Louisu.
I wanted all of St. Louis to know that you are valued, that you deserve to be heard, and that we should prioritize your need and listen to your struggles.
Htjela sam da svi u St. Louisu znaju da sam uz vas i da moramo misliti na vas i na vaše potrebe i na vaše borbe i želim da vam pomognem na tom putu.
I was also the person who stood up and introduced the Ceasefire Now resolution in Congress, because standing up for Palestine, standing against the genocide is what we must do.
Bila sam osoba koja je predstavila jednu rezoluciju u američkom kongresu za prekid sukoba u Gazi i Palestini. I trebamo podržati te ljude.
So send me back to Congress to fight for you, to fight for your families, to value your words and your needs. Send me back August 4th.
Ponovo me izaberite da bi bio član Kongresa 4. augusta na izborima kako bi se borila za vas i za članove vaše porodice.
keeps ripping itself apart is because people have forgotten how to listen to pain without making it about themselves. And from the outside looking in, something I've noticed over and over again is that a lot of Black people are not asking to be worshipped. They're not asking for pity. They're not asking for special treatment. A lot of the time, most of the time, they're just trying to explain what life has felt like for them and their families. And somehow, the second those conversations start, everything turns into a debate. No listening, no understanding, no curiosity, a debate. Are you sure it was racism? Well, that happens to everybody. Just get over it. My family struggled too. You're playing victim. You're dividing people. That was a long time ago. Just work harder. And it's like, damn, can somebody speak about pain without immediately being cross-examined like they're in court? I'm not making this video to start a race war. I'm making this video because
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going back to Africa. I'm going back to the motherland. I'm an African American. So I get there. I go to Ghana. I get there. And they look at me and they say, because I didn't have my visa upon arrival, so I ended up having to pay for that.
Right.
So they looked at me and they said, what is your family name? So my friend told me to lie and say that her father was my father, so they'd give me the visa upon arrival because I didn't have it when I got there. So I told them I couldn't even say the damn name right at first, right? So anyhow, so she told me to say the Ashite or something. Okay. So I go down there, and so they told me, I said, well, I'm African American. They said, you are not. You are not African American. There is no such thing as an African American. You are an American woman trying to find your roots. And I swear to God, and they laughed at me so hard.
That was it right there. That was the point. And for everybody watching this, this is going kind of like hurt, but she just said something I want everybody to reflect on. I want to reflect on this. And the things that happen, you could take a Cuban person, put him next to me, he have dark skin. They're going to consider him black, right? You're going to say he black. Our skin don't determine where we at. That don't determine nationality. Absolutely. See, what happened to us in slavery, something happened, and this happened to us, and y'all don't understand what happened. Our nationality was lost. The closest thing they can find us to, they direct us to, is from Africa. But Africa is not us because Africa sold us, right? So everybody that's watching this got to understand this. We are not Africans. If you are in America, there's no way you can be Africans because you were sold by the Africans.
What is your rebuttal to Native blacks versus African Americans?
It does not have to. It's a lineage and an ethnicity thing. And people can culturally feel how they want to feel, but the opinion that matters the most is how we feel about the matter. So if we say as a whole, we're freedmen, okay? We've been here for hundreds of years in this land to adapt and help build this land. This is where we're from. This is what we are of. All right, that's not up for argument and for debate here for some of these folks in here. You're looking at our slang and lingo, our clothes from the zoo suits that you've seen way back when. All right. No, to the 3X t-shirts that you used to see back in the day here, halls with Bugs Bunny on the front. Any line, the do-rags, the Timberlands, any line of the black folks here, the braids, all right, and what you see the Diamond Society go get and call that the Bodak, or whatever it is, braids here. All right, right. But for each and every essence and piece of our freedman culture here, halls, all right, Tut language, or I want to call it Tut language, all right, which came from the slave fields. That was a way for us to communicate in front of the Diamond Society. All right, God damn it, that's us. All right, this is us, and we are the most duplicated folks here on this planet here. Everybody wants to be like freedmen. When you watch Taiwan ask for they're going for their damn resistance and asking for freedom and to stop the oppression. They're putting on Martin Luther King t-shirts and raising up the Black Power fist. All right. We have a very unique and distinct culture here, family. This is what we're saying. This is no slights to anyone else. And when you get into that part of the quote unquote diaspora war, and I always word this the same here, Hall, so let you know you're listening to a person who is a scholar, and I believe in truth here, because I can tell you the same way every day here. All right. That factors us down to these cases of being a generic African. All right. When you get into these points, so you're an African American, you're American trying to find your roots, and it's like, Halls, no. All right, we got that because we have knowledge of self. We know where we come from here, Halls. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We come from this land in which a lot of y'all folks would like to get to, the land of milk and honey. We come from the place here where the most prosperous black folks, the most wealthiest black folks in the world live at, dude. All right. No, that's where we're from. All right. And anything that goes ahead to have a bunch of freedmen access and freedmen dollars behind it is economically successful, dude. All right. Yes. All right. This is where we come from here. All right. So you don't question those things in here. You don't put yourself in a role, all right, where you're going back and allowing somebody to make you feel as if there's some roots for you to be connected to. All right. No, for some groups of people, with all due respect, that we ain't got nothing in common with. All right. There's a bunch of reasons behind that. All right. Yeah, and that's not to be thrown as shade here, Hoss. It just is what it is. All right. No, it does not have to be a diaspora war. If you just want to look at it in a certain manner, it can, but it doesn't have to. The same way I look at the continent, and y'all have created what y'all have created in some of your countries, your dances, some of the things that y'all have, the hairstyles. All right. Yeah, y'all have created what y'all have created in y'all culture, and it belongs to you. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Even for some cases here, for countries here, we talk about like Nigeria here, what have you. Well, I want to say since the 1960s or so. All right, some of these spots have been countries. It's like you can't, if your country is just got here, all right, you can't come to a person in here whose lineage stretches hundreds of years and tell them that you don't know your culture, you don't know where you come from. All right. Yeah, you know, you guys, some of you folks were just allowed here to be a country here, dude. All right. So it's asinine trying to have conversations with people like this. All right. When you're not taking history and facts in a place of account, dude. Folks are just saying shit. All right. Yeah. What is your argument based on? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, indeed. Now we have other bad news here. All right. For some here. This is in Houston, Texas. All right. And I believe an ICE agent was almost hit with a vehicle. They respond by shooting. And in the shooting cases here, Hall said it ended with a fatality there. All right. Now, the individual who was executed there was undocumented, and his peoples are now calling for a full investigation. All right. So I'm not sure how this is going to work out here. This incident was yesterday. Mm-hmm.
I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Corley Peel. Stephanie is off tonight. ICE tells KPRC2 News the man used his vehicle to try and run over an ICE agent. That agent then fired his service weapon in self-defense, but questions still remain.
Our team coverage leads the search for answers from the Magnolia Park neighborhood with KPRC2's Jaewon Jung and Joy Addison, but we want to start tonight with Bryce Newberry. Bryce.
Keith and Corley, this all started with an attempted traffic stop when an ICE agent opened fire. That's after the Department of Homeland Security says this illegal immigrant from Mexico being targeted for arrest today tried to run those officers over. That led to Canal Street here being closed for about 8 hours during this investigation after this targeted enforcement operation turned deadly just before 7 o'clock this morning. This evening, ICE spokesperson is confirming that Lorenzo Salgado Araujo passed away at the hospital. ICE agents.
And I'm pointing out the blatant pattern here real quick. All right. Now I'm going to continue to play the rest of this story. But when you look at the cases of some of the other assailants or what have you, the young lady, because she's the one I can have the closest one to. The reason why that ICE agent went off to say he shot that lady and killed her was because of the circumstance. She was an actual citizen, though. But that was because of the circumstances of what? That she tried to hit him with a car. All right. Yeah, you even had Trump come out here and give defense to these things and what have you, and send the head of Homeland Security out here at that time. I mean, it wasn't a good look. All right. But as you started to look at the information for some of these folks in here, what you came to find out, at least for the young man, is that he already had gotten a pass. They patted him down. He had a gun on him and everything. All right. They patted him down, gave him his gun. Well, they didn't even take his gun at that point in time. All right. So for that second incident, which he got himself caught into somewhere around 11 or 9 days later. All right. No, they already had a full video of him vandalizing the back tail light of one of the trucks. All right. Fighting with the ICE agents. I'm talking about repeatedly kicking that joint until it's loose. All right. Doing a whole bunch of shit out there. They snatched him up to grab him like they was going to arrest him, and then they let him go. All right. Yeah. The fact that video was out there too here, that was a pace of some form of backing on behind the why when he finally ended up getting smoked later on. All right. Yes, indeed. But for the other case for the young lady, it said it followed that same course of just you driving past. All right. I want to say, or them feeling like their life is in jeopardy because you're trying to run them over. All right. So just be careful trying to flee these scenes here, Halls. All right. No, same way other folks looked the other way here when black folks was getting slayed. All right, though we spoke our cases and circumstances, I'm putting it out here for y'all at least. Yeah, parts of these attacks here are also coming in the natures of y'all, it seems, trying to flee the damn scene. Hold on here, fair use.
Tried to pull him over, but he allegedly rammed a law enforcement vehicle, did not follow verbal commands, and weaponized his vehicle, ICE says, in an attempt to run over officers. An ICE agent who has not been identified tonight then opened fire, DHS says, in self-defense.
Shot in the stomach. It says immigration's out there rendering first aid.
Medics rushed Araujo to the hospital with CPR in progress, the Houston Fire Department tells us, but that's where he passed away. The white van, a source says he was driving, got loaded onto a wrecker and towed away from this scene as FBI Houston's evidence response team processed everything here at the request of DHS. So tonight, the FBI is investigating a potential assault on a federal law enforcement officer, while we just got some clarity from DHS in the last 10 minutes or so that department's Office of Inspector General will now investigate the agent-involved shooting. Already, though, this incident has led to calls from local and federal leaders for an independent investigation. My colleague Jaewon Jung just talked with civil rights leaders, and she picks up that part of the story from here. Jaewon.
Yeah, that's right, Bryce. I spoke with LULAC tonight, the directors at LULAC tonight, and what we found out from them, according to Lorenzo Araujo's son, he was picking up some workers around 7 this morning here on Canal Street. We're told he was also a business owner and in the process of gaining legal status here in the United States.
But he legally wasn't here, and y'all already got all of these damn weapons and different things prepared for y'all to go ahead to kick a full investigation. And I no disrespect, a good deal of our taxpayers' dollars have already been used here, Halls. All right, to keep and to house, to close, to give all these extras, in which freedmen don't receive for years for some of these folks, dude. All right, you are taking a chance by staying around here with your paperwork not right, because in no situation can you go ahead to give these things that they didn't have a right to engage him because his paperwork was dirty. All right. Thus, you have the reporter. Oh, he was in the process of getting his paperwork clean. All right. Well, that's besides the point. All right. Yeah. Why are you telling us this? All right. You understand? Even for the title of this video, they have to be honest with you. All right. Hold on 1 second.
Now, his son says he apparently found out about the shooting through Facebook. It's unclear at this time how old Araujo was. Today, DHS officials told us Araujo was using his van as a weapon to ram an ICE agent, and the ICE agent shot and killed him out of self-defense. But LULAC directors claim bystander photos of the van show no visible damage to it. In addition to body cam footage, they're also calling on ICE to release dash cam video, bystander video, and any other available evidence.
If their people are innocent, prove it. But if they're not, don't hide it. Make sure that those who committed a possible crime are held accountable. Today, the LULAC Adelante PAC is offering a $5,000 reward to any citizen or resident who comes forward with any information leading to the arrest, indictment, or the exoneration of those individuals involved in the shooting.
This shooting happened today in the Magnolia Park neighborhood. LULAC directors calling it the heart of Houston's Latin community. Now, LULAC is also calling on Houston Police Department and the Harris County District Attorney's Office to get involved in this investigation. And as you heard from LULAC past president right there, the organization is offering a $5,000 reward to anyone with more information. We're live in Magnolia Park tonight. Jaewon Jung, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Jaewon.
I'm asking for $5,000. Any more information retaining to what, baby? All right. Yeah, retaining to what? Hold on, give me 1 second here. All right.
Investigation, and as you heard from LULAC of Houston's Latin community. Now, LULAC is also calling on Houston Police Department and the Harris County District Attorney's Office to get involved in this investigation. And as you heard from LULAC past president right there, The organization is offering a $5,000 reward to anyone with more information.
Do you see what I'm saying? All right. And this blatantly goes ahead to undermine our system here because for their communities to get things ready, they already got money positioned right there, all right, to incentivize the Department of Justice, all right, to lean in their favor if there's any extras over here, all right, possibly to get this man some justice here. All right. Right. All right. If anybody is, willing, all right, to come over and make a deal, that's what that $5,000 is for. All right. Yeah, help clean up some of this situation. All right. It's all funky. It's gonna be funky. First thing person gonna look at. Hold on. Whoa. Let me see that paperwork. No, come here. All right. No. Let's see it. All right. And when you gotta start there, it's gonna get funky, man. It is. A lot of folks in here for America's balance is pissed off with the cases of how some of these ICE agents are being treated anyway, because we ain't never seen no shit like this. All right, when it comes to law enforcement. All right, people get hit with tasers, folks get shot, niggas get shot. Some of our sisters get slammed in the middle of the damn street. All right, being a non-threat nigga. All right, no gun, no nothing. Getting a business. All right. So when we see some of these incidents where folks got their leg in the door, all right, a woman jumping on an ICE agent's back, all right, they fighting, grabbing this, oh, no. All right, literally fighting with you in the middle of the street. We're like, damn, dude, yeah, y'all got a whole bunch of goddamn rights that make you a protected class in this goddamn country. A rack of them. All right, for some folks that know that they got to have certain patience with y'all here, dude. All right, it's not to say that they won't go ahead to snatch everybody up or run up in your house, dude. All right, I showed y'all the video. The dude was like sitting on the wall, man, by the front door or whatever. He was sitting on the wall. The front door was a little bit further down the hall. But if you look down the hall, so he's sitting on the wall. The front door is to your left, and the stairs is over there too. But the door's closed, of course. He's just sitting down on the floor. He has his camera phone up. You can look and see that somebody had went to knock at the door first, bang at the door. Next thing you know, the front door just comes open and they just run in there. All right. No, it completely looks illegal. Let me be honest. Yeah, it looks illegal. All right. But at that course of time, man, I guess it just didn't matter. All right. He was the only person they came to snatch up in there. All right. No, from what the camera angle looked like. All right. They were only looking for him. All right. Yeah, it just didn't matter. All right. Nobody said nothing. Shit, that shit was going on heavy like that in Philly, baby. Heavy. All right. Shit. You talk about them cats complaining, talking about people breaking the damn law. And it's like, all right, well, what type of rights do you feel like you got right now, man? Because Trump done snatched everything off the table. All right. No, what do you think you're working with? All right. Just tell me. All right. Shit. Anytime he came through the door and told his man Tom Homan, hey, you good to snap, you good to rip up green cards. You can, yeah. All right. You can bypass all this bullshit here that used to be a problem and where we would be processed in these courts forever trying to get these jokers out. You can bypass all this bullshit. God damn it. Pass 200. Pass go, collect $200. You understand? You can do all this, dude, and get them up out of here, Halls. All right. Shit, his turnover rate coming in that bitch, man, was somewhere around under about 48 hours, dude. All right. I'm talking about from the time that they grab you till the time that your feet is back on your soil, dude. All right. His turnover rate was incredible starting off this administration. All right. I ain't never seen no shit like that. All right. Yeah, you talk about you threatening nigga, talk about you going home. Shit. You ain't got nothing on time. All right. You ain't got a damn thing on time, homie. All right. Nigga, he said it will still be broad daylight by the time you get home. All right. We caught you in the morning. All right. All right. Shit. All right, not playing at all here, dude. Especially with that rule I told you they had where they can skip this process of having to drop everybody off at they land. They can just kind of All right, yeah, drop you off the highway, nigga, Venezuelan. All right, you got a foot it the rest of the way. All right, they were fighting that shit in court. All right, they were. But the judge for that, I think the Supreme Court for that, ended up favoring with Donald Trump to allow him to keep doing that shit. All right. Yeah. Which you can say in cases it's to save gas, it's whatever. You can, all right, nigga. Okay. You foot it all the way over here. Don't try to act like you now all of a sudden you feel some type of way because you gotta walk halfway or a quarter of the way. All right. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, the benefits wasn't it, nigga. The benefits wasn't half bad, was they? All right. Yeah, well, now you got to do what you got to do. All right. Shit. All right. They told all of y'all, for the people that was keeping cash and shit underneath your mattress or like holding on the cash, they told a lot of these folks in here in this country, and I'm even helping you now, get you a bank account, put your money there. So when you are, if you do have to return home, your bread is there and you can still be able to move with it. All right. Versus the alternative. Some folks got sent back home to their country, and their cribs were abandoned. You got some of these cribs in here, halls, where they got 5, 6 cars, God damn it, 2 or 3 in the garage, 3 out front here, just been sitting there, whole crib abandoned. Some folks then ran in there, ransacked, stole jewelry, you name it. All right, yeah, this is some of the stuff they've been going here to show us. All right, yes, indeed. So none of it has been pretty. All right, none of it at all here, Halls. But that's been part of Trump's administration dealing with that circumstance in particular. Now, I want to go ahead to take a look at a date here, Halls, for a second. We're gonna change the subject here. All right, the chopping trees down there out there. Give me 1 second. There you go. Now, I'm not sure who paid for what. I don't know. All right, but they went to Longhorn, young lady, young man, first date that they had. And I'll let you guys watch it and then I'll comment. Yeah, this is awful, man. It's just awful. All right, it is, dude. All of it's a violation. No, you don't do nothing with that, man. You put it on the plate and then you wipe your fingers off, yo, and you chill. Look at the plate, man. It ain't nothing but damn butter on the plate, man. That's it, butter and seasoning. All right. No, you put the steak down right there, the T-bone steak, and just leave it there. It hit the floor, man. All right. No, you're in front of this beautiful young lady. You understand? All right. She said she was through with it after this. Nigga dropped the whole T-bone, nigga. Look at her. Man, it ain't that real, man. It ain't never that real, family. No, it ain't. I don't give a shit what you going through, dude. All right. No, you leave the T-bone on the plate, man. All right. Or leave it in the floor if you mean. Yeah, but don't pick it up, Halls. All right, take a napkin and wipe it off, and you sit there in front of it and then start biting it again. I don't care how much meat it had left on it, nigga. I don't care. All right, it looked like he almost devoured the mug anyway. All right, see how much is left on the steak, man. This is trifling, dude. All right, because look at where the steak came from. You see the knife and fork there. All right, and I did want to read the comment for a second. All right, let me read that. She said she went on a first and last date. All right, said the steak had a better time than her, because he ate it all, because he ate it off the bone. All right, somebody in the comments said that they think that she paid, and she said, "What if I did? I'm not broke, mf'er." I'm not a broke mf'er, right? Okay, I understand what she's saying. I get it, baby. All right, but this is all wrong. All right, all of it. All right. God damn it. All right. The steak hit the floor, y'all. Hold on one time. All right. That's where he started from. That's the beginning of the steak, y'all. All right. Now he done ate it some. Now he done cut a piece of the bone off. All right. Damn. Ha ha! I'm sorry, I gotta cut the music off, man. It's just trifling, dude. It's trifling. And you know what's even more raggedy about that? No, because I ain't gonna act like I ain't see this either. He dropped it twice, y'all. All right. No, he dropped the steak twice. Some of y'all didn't notice because he was coming up with the steak, right? It was almost close to his knee. All right. Then he dropped it again. All right. No, it ain't. He just hit the floor once. It hit the floor twice, man. All right. Yeah, this nigga's a savage, man. If he told you he's a straight savage, he didn't lie to you, man. All right. We said he's from the trap. All right. And he's a straight savage. All right. I only know one type of nigga that eats steak meat off the goddamn floor. All right. No, I'm talking about look. All right. An iron chin having, cast iron stomach having nigga. All right. You understand? Eating steak meat right off the ground. No, you're a bad nigga. All right. No, get out of his way. Don't bother him. All right, hold on. Mm-hmm. That's where the steak hit the ground, right? That's where it fell at. All right, okay. Okay, all right. Boom. Steak hit the ground right there. All right. We watching? All right. Everybody's attention. Boom. All right, about to fall out. Look. Boom. Steak hit the ground. All right. Steak on the floor. So he leaning to the left to get that steak off the floor. Mm-hmm. Watch him. All right. Boom. He coming up. Boom. He just dropped it again right there. Right there. He just dropped it again. All right. Because he was coming up. I don't know if the steak bone hit the bottom of the table as he was coming up. All right. And it just jumped out his fingers. All right. But it hit the floor again. Watch. Mm-hmm. Boom. All right. Just hit the floor again. All right. Boom. And you go pick it up again. Look. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Oh, he said, damn. He said, damn. You know what? Damn this shit. You understand? You know what I mean? Down. Looked away for a second. Put the napkin down in the joint. Turned it back up. Oh, no. God, no. All right. Oh, sweet Jesus. All right. No, you're trifling, man. You're trifling. You and that damn piece of steak there, y'all go and get a room, nigga. All right. No, go get a room. All right. And you don't need her in there with goddamn all that attention that piece of steak is getting. All right. Y'all niggas are weird. You ain't even sitting on her. And when I'm going to go eat with a damn woman, I'm going to come sit right next to your ass. All right. Right. The only way I ain't like that is if I'm asked, hey, can you sit on this side? Can you sit? I would just want to. Right. Plus, we got a large spread. All right. Whatever the case is. But if that's my choice, I got a booth. Yeah. All right. I want to smell all that shit from Bed Bath and Beyond. And all right. Yeah. Fuck you think I'm paying all this goddamn money for? All right. To pussyfoot around. All right. Yeah. I want to get close up on it. All right. Well, I'm enjoying my meal. All right. You damn right. All right. The other way, in between the laughing and sharing stories and doing all this other shit, by the time you finish eating, y'all good. Y'all done got formally acquainted. You at least got comfortable something. You got a full stomach and you got somebody over here cool as hell there with you. All right. Letting you know that we walking every step of the way there together here, Hawks. All right. Yes, we doing some we kicking it, goddamn it. All right, we chilling. All right. I mean, y'all don't know no damn better here. All right. Woman ain't put all that fine stuff on, dude. All right. So you can sit on the other side of the room. All right. No, what you plan on doing this evening then? You better make a choice. All right. Yeah. Nigga bullshit, and you lined up right in there. Look, and he chose the piece of steak, nigga. That's what he chose. All right. Now, damn that heifer sitting across from me, baby. You ain't got what this piece of steak got right here. You understand? You ain't treat me like this. All right. No, off the floor twice, baby. Off the floor. All right. Some of our sisters got it bad out here. I'm sorry, babies. I didn't realize it was this bad, man. I didn't know. I am so sorry. All right, for all the silly shit I've said over the years. Santee formally apologizes. All right. I had no idea. All right. That niggas was eating goddamn steak meat off the ground. All right. And he damn sure he showed that ribeye with T-bone steak, nigga. Excuse me, a good time. All right, that bitch hit the floor twice. But I did not realize that y'all were dealing with such a nightmare. All right. Man, that's horrible, man. I have to go tell one of your homegirls that, man. All right. No, the nigga just said, screw it, man. All right. That bitch hit the floor twice. All right. You know what? You know what? Hand me that napkin right there. Give me that napkin. All right. I don't even think he touched a piece of a steak meat with the napkin. He just picked it up maybe to wipe his fingers off. All right. To take the excess dust off his fingers, the crumbs. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we're working with here today. All right. Let's go back over here to Biden's America. Now he says, hold on. Biden. All right. Let me read this correctly. All right. Biden and the Democrats imported this to the U.S. Now we need mass deportation to send her people back to her. Okay. What is he talking about here? All right. That's just the quote. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of these things in here, I know I have to read before I put them on screen so I can have some type of understanding there. That's what he posted here upon the video. All right. I've come to learn a long time ago, at least for my saking, man, that when I hear and see certain stuff, it may not mean exactly what I think it is there in front of me. Before I go ahead to give some type of diagnosis, when I hear something a little bit mixed up like that, I would at least like to hear what's going on. So hopefully everybody has this in front of your screen. All right, you should now. Hold on 1 second. There it is. All right, 1 second. All right, and I read this at the top. I didn't read everything in between here. Maybe I should. Okay, Senator Celeste Amarilla. All right, after an international scandal over racist remarks against Abapo. All right, what I said was a blunder. I come from a generation where calling someone a little black shit was the most usual thing. I'm in the process of ... Whatever, baby. All right. I don't believe that, but you can say what you feel like you will. The name of the game is after you get caught being a little racist dirtbag, don't resign office, just play it off. Just hope time will pass and that ain't nobody looking and, it'll pass over. All right. That's the name of the game.
¿Usted se ratifica entonces en la hora de sus dichos? ¿No va a pedir disculpas como plantea Mate?
Nah, no comprende, man. I'm not doing this. Get off my screen. You're a dirtbag. All right. All she's pretty much in here saying is just trying to go ahead to clean up for herself, man. I don't care. You don't care. All right. Right. No, it's already in the air. What's been said's been said. You have taken a stand on how you feel. Our biggest positions here when we see these bull jobbers is that it's very unfortunate that you won't stand on business, baby. All right. And man, that makes you a coward. That's it. All right. So we don't care if you copping dudes trying to save your ass politically. Who cares? All right. No, when it's time for you to go ahead to, all right. No, to belly up in front of the rest of the world, you cop a deuce. All right. A lot of y'all are tough in spaces where you figure that you are not going to have to answer for yourself on an international scope, because when you do, it's always the same way. You ain't mean it like that. That's not what you was trying to say. Yada, yada, yada. Hold on. Black excellence, not a rapper. Okay, I'm not showing this here. All right, keep your stuff to yourself. Immigrants built America lie. All right, being debunked in real time. What happened in here? Midtown Manhattan high rise has been a advocate. Hold on here. Has been advocated after. Hold on here. Construction workers discovered uh, buckled columns. All right, sagging floors, falling bricks. All right, was illegal aliens labor used to construct this high rise? Damn. All right, yeah, let me stay away from that. What I will add to y'all is that, all right, for freedmen working, I'm speaking about my people's work in here, because look, there's a thing in here for our cases here that not only do freedmen take pride in what we do here, Halls, all right, but for our cases in here, dude, the greatest things that you see here initially about freedmen and our signature upon things in here is, goddamn it, how remarkable the work is when we're doing something here, dude. All right, changing a ballast or a damn light, whatever it is, Halls, doing some painting, all right, construction work, any case of that. When we go ahead to sign our name across that, you understand that some real goddamn work took place. Somebody busted their ass. They went over here to do this the right way. All right. That's why we don't have those same problems in constructions or putting together things with toilets and what have you do. This is what we do, fixing stoves and shit. All right. No, we do this shit without sweating, dude, without a problem. All right. Getting busy, reliable. God damn it, can do it as well as you just did the last one. All right. No, and it ain't a big deal. All right. You're talking about excuse me, A1 builders here in this country, the number one folks in here. When you talk about the building of the White House and etc. here. All right. No, we built this damn country here. Railroads. And there might have been some, as he said, there might have been some tweaking and folks coming in here to straighten up every damn thing, but I've never in my life believed that some Chinaman had to come over here and build railroads when you already had active damn slaves, or you had us over here. All right, it doesn't mathematically make sense. I told you about America's successful cases of wealth comes from the fortunate side of what part of the water their asses were on. All right, the ocean. All right, nothing is more factual than that, dude. World War II. All right. No, you look, America would look like the goddamn UK does here, Halls. All right. Or would look like they're standing around that time here, Halls. If we were close enough, we weren't. All right. Germany had smoke with everybody else that was right there around. Everybody else got bombed to smithereens, nigga. All right. America was able to sit and chill after all of this damn damage and what have you to everyone else and pick out the fine cuts of anything we wanted here in the world, from the Virgin Islands to Puerto Rico. Nigga, we just took what we wanted. All right. Everybody else within their militaries and what have you was too weak in there to challenge us, dude. All right. We just dropped those Hiroshima bombs, dude, on Japan. All right. Right. And as our military went here to tell you at that time, nigga, they were calculating all the casualties that would be lost if we was to go on the ground and just have a fight over there versus dropping these bombs and clearing your ass out real quick. All right. They started measuring casualties here. All right. Oh, yeah. And through the scraps of America's little bullying gangster ass. All right. Yeah, a whole bunch of gangsterism throughout history here. No, we just got all the fine cuts that we wanted. All the good cuts of the damn world here. The best ones, dude. All right. That's what ended up happening. All right. And yes, some of these other countries still cleaned up and were able to catch up to America, technology and everything wise. All right. Yeah, some of them were still able to catch up. You do the math behind that, dude. All right, for all this damn invincible stands of the American white man bullshit that you hear over here, dude. No, you were in the right place as far as where we're located at here. All right, that's it. All right, or we would have been looking like the damn UK. All right, shit. And them folks over there, from them to France to any one of them spots over there, got the business, dude. All right. And in the same cases for the U.S. standards here that you've seen from the cases of war, because you can look at our situation of war, the Civil War, what have you, and everything else that we've been through here, from Tulsa to what have you. America built those places up here, Hoss, after they were finished burning down and destroying their shit. All right. That's why you always hear me speak upon the reparations that haven't been given. Because when you look at the World War II's, Asian folks there, the internment camps that they were put in, Ronald Reagan made sure that those folks were paid. All right, that they were financially compensated. All right, might have took a little while, but they got their money. All right, they ain't have to beat down no doors and scream at nobody and do a bunch of marching and take a bunch of casualties in the middle of the damn street to get it either. All right, yeah, and he was a Republican. All right. Yeah, that's how bad it makes it look for these funky ass Democrats when you look at them. Because if you want to do something, you go ahead to do it. Trump is going ahead to take care of his base directly. He's just looking out for South Africans, Afrikaners. All right. Now he's going to throw your ass up out of here. You understand? You got to go. All right. But for Afrikaners, nigga, he got room and board, nigga. You can get a check every month. Food stamps. All right. I got you. All right. Yes, indeed. He's directly taking care of his people. So it's like for these little, cuckoo politicians, all right, who think that you're off, dude, telling you, oh man, we can't look out for folks here just on lineage based on race or lineage. We can't just look. Yes, you can, dude. All right. Yeah, we watching Trump do it. We watched y'all do it with Biden's administration. How y'all sat there and gave the Afghanistan refugees $5 billion in relocation funds. All right. And I told you the sticky part behind them, because as they brought in Afghanistan refugees for the 14,000 Haitians that they had in Del Rio, Texas border, they used the same 8 planes they used to grab the refugees and bring them to America to take them back to damn Port-au-Prince, nigga. All right. No, they did not allow them in here. You guys remember those folks that were in Del Rio, Texas here. These folks were chased out of Mexico here, dude. All right, over into our border. That's how they got there. They were pushed out of Mexico. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. And all this old racism don't exist. This and the third. During a Biden administration, yeah, he made sure he snatched up all 14,000 in the same planes that he bought Afghanistan refugees up over here and had buses waiting for them. All right, for their new life. All right, here y'all go. Port-au-Prince, here we come. All right, and gave them $100 a piece getting off the bus and sent them on their way. Off the plane and sent them on their way. All right, that's what happened to them. All right. So for all this other bullshit here, when he had Title 8 that he put in place, he was still using Trump's bill so that he didn't have to let African folks up in the country here, dude. All right, he was letting large groups of white Latinos in here. You've seen tents upon tents upon tents upon tents of Africans at the border, sitting there waiting for a bill to be lifted that was put in place. All right, during Trump's administration, that Biden refused to lift, dude. All right, yes, indeed. Some of y'all remember what I'm talking about. Them niggas was ordering Uber Eats through the gates, nigga. All right, Grubhub. All right, yeah, through the hole in the gate and shit. All right, hold on.
Greater significance with that fact, exposing new information about how American workers are being replaced by foreigners on special work visas. Stephen Cooper joins us with major developments in a story Local 6 first exposed to you 6 months ago. Stephen?
Well, a lot has happened in the past few months. Bills have been filed on Capitol Hill, hearings have been held, and one high-tech worker is so outraged he came to Local 6 with a major announcement. Mike Emmons is the man who tipped us off. So few of us really knew what was going on. That companies here in the States, especially in the information technology business, were bringing in thousands of foreign workers supposedly to fill vacant jobs. But Mike and many, many like him will tell you those jobs were not vacant. They were occupied by Americans who wound up having to train the foreigners to replace them.
People are beginning to wake up that they don't have to take this anymore.
Mike told us about the H-1B and L-1 visa programs that enable businesses to hire or transfer foreign workers to the U.S.
It burns me up more and more that they would do this to their own citizens. It's like stabbing your brother in the back.
They, Mike refers to, is Congress. His passion and outrage has not won him many friends on Capitol Hill, but that's exactly where he says the blame rests. After all, back in the mid-90s,
I
Congress
ain't got this on the screen here.
voted to
Right here. All right, give me 1 second here. All right, no, because it's backstabbing in all forms. I want to go back here, and that's exactly what it is. And I told you, it's meant to put this in place in front of black people. We're the ones that have always had our stuff taken from us here, dude. Ronald Reagan came in with his terms of there's jobs that black people don't want and all that. He pushed the narrative of that shit. That came in with his administration, and it's something that Republicans and Democrats here alike have followed here for their excuses on why they'll let a whole bunch of illegals come into different sectors of finances that have to do here with freedmen taking care of ourselves and hand it to them down to the construction fields in which the buffer classes from the Asians to the Latinos are in control of now. All right. They get the government contracts. These things are intentional. Do you understand? That's to make sure that they can target us in the pockets, dude, financially. All right. Even if I don't have, quote unquote, some Caucasian people here around here to sabotage you with. This is what my buffer class form and my gentrification tactics are upon moving these people here, not only just in your community, they're here to take your damn jobs too. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. When you go ahead, just people speak to that here and you say, oh, well, excuse me, picking fruit and picking vegetables, just that and the third. I understand we were the green thumb here in America from day one before you ever thought about a migrant anything. All right. That was our position. Every fresh piece of fruit and vegetables or whatever that you went to go ahead to taste or put in your mouth came from here in America. Freedmen, dude. All right. No, we pick more than cotton here on those damn fields, of course. All right. Yeah, you're talking about that essence of having the green thumb. And we still do year to date. All right. As there's black farmers that still exist out here, which growing their watermelon and every damn thing else. Shout out to you. All right. Yeah. Folks, this is the time that they get their money. All right. Fair use.
Pretty frightening statistic. In a Problem Solvers investigation tonight, we're taking on an even greater significance with that fact, exposing new information about how American workers are being replaced by foreigners on special work visas. Stephen Cooper joins us with major developments in a story Local 6 first exposed to you 6 months ago. Stephen?
Well, a lot has happened in the past few months. Bills have been filed.
Shouts out once again to Brother Clifford in the Cash App. Thank you, man, for not forgetting about a brother, man. Much love, much respect, man. All right. No, we have definitely have needed all the love and all the support here, and which we have received here. If anybody would like to do so, of course, that is in the comment section here. All right. Go ahead to please help yourself here. All right. And we do appreciate it. All right. Hold on 1 second. Kind of make sure I got both of these in place. All right, there it is. All right, that's my second one there. Don't be shy. Make sure that you do go ahead to support. Thank you. All right, much love.
On Capitol Hill, hearings have been held, and one high-tech worker is so outraged he came to Local 6 with a major announcement. Mike Emmons is the man who tipped us off. So few of us really knew what was going on. That companies here in the States, especially in the information technology business, were bringing in thousands of foreign workers supposed.
And there it is. Let me pause you for a second here. There it is. California, baby. All right. No, these remnants. This was way back when. This is years ago, dude. But California, same damn thing, to the point where they're busting in their damn employees, folks working for Google and all of these other like big corporations and shit. No, they go ahead to bring foreigners in to take these damn positions. This ain't given to the American folks here. All right. No, different folks that rather you get attached through whatever technology, this, that, and the third program, they're able to get connected right in the building here, Halls, and start making some of this ham. Like he said, to break down on the means of gas and transportation and you having to worry about getting back and forth. They literally carry buses to take you back and forth from your home to work, nigga. All right. This is how well some of them people got it set up in California. All right. And now you look back way back when here, Halls, and they were exercising the exact same strategy. That is to target the damn freedmen in this residence, dude. All right. Directly here. All right. To get them in front of you to say, hey, well, you know, so-and-so, this politicians here is opening up all types of new jobs and it's doing all this stuff here, you know, for minorities. All right. In which they can wash the success rate of all of these illegals getting employed behind black people. All right. That's how they do it. All right. So when they go back with these chart and depth lists, they sitting here where, you know, people of color have soared within getting jobs underneath with so-and-so. No, your buffer class has, dude. All right. We really didn't get any goddamn thing. All right. No, and it's meant to work that way financially. This is why for the case of the measures of watching freedmen here in America, especially when we call ourselves in here, we get in trouble. The first thing that the dominant society targets of ours is our money, baby. All right. Kyrie Irving, Kanye West. All right. Come on now. The list goes on here. All right. Diddy. All right. No, they went to accuse him of all types of shit. And then here comes a rack of folks here, 40-something people lined up for a trash-ass civil suit. So if you are able to convict him upon a bunch of disgusting-ass lies, then I got a bunch of dirtbags lined up to take every penny from you based on these lies. That's how they go ahead to empty out the pockets of freedmen here in this damn country. Using the same tactics. Bill Cosby is a prime example because even with a not guilty verdict, you still got white women marching him into the courts, tapping them damn pockets, nigga. All right. No, getting $400,000 at a time out of him, dude, for nothing. All right. No, simply for the fact that you done sat around here for the longest and you've been able to hypnotize the dominant society that this blind man actually did something to you, dude. All right. Understand the false conviction that he had, y'all. Was based on a Benadryl and a patting session. All right. No, he ain't taking, pull his clothes down. He ain't penetrate anything. All right. Based on that, they were prepared to give him 10 years, what they served him up illegally. All right. Illegally. He served 3 of those years in here with them popping up within them 3 years, telling him, hey, if you just come out and confess and say you did XYZ, we'll just let you out on probation. And he said, hell no. Shout out to Bill Cosby. No, he said, kiss my ass and get out of my cell. I'm paraphrasing. Get the hell out of my cell. All right. Yeah, they was trying to cover their asses then because they seen that a new judge here had already started looking over the paperwork. So they knew it was a matter of time, like it did happen before they had to release Cosby, period, because what they were holding him under was something that was illegal here, dude. This is how we say here in the courts, screw you over if you're black. And it does not matter how much damn money you have. The poorest white woman in the world can accuse the richest black person of something and have his ass sitting in prison, dude. All right. Yes. That's what these rules mean in the dominant society. So it's never this ordinance of a class thing. All right. Never get talked down into that silly shit. All right. The dominant society system is a full pack system. That means we control with the circumstances if you're going to get a loan or not, if the police are going to harass you or not. Can you live in a certain community? Are you able to get a job over here? All right. That's a full system, dude. All right. Yeah, not some classism garbage, dude. All right. Shit. You light skin out here, all right, getting harassed by the police, and you think late at night in a back road somewhere, already getting manhandled, hit upside your head, Rodney King treatment going on. Do you think they're going to loosen up if you go ahead? Hey, my father is white. Man, All right. No, they might go ahead to lift the rod even harder to break it off on the side of your head, nigga. All right. You're not getting any special treatment because of that. For some of them folks in here who play some of these little color games, dude, you ain't. The 1% rule is in effect for all of us here in America. All right. I don't give a damn where you come from. That shit may pop off at your homelands for some of y'all, but not over here. All right. Black is black over here. All right. Simply as that. All right. Shit.
Supposedly to fill vacant jobs. But Mike and many, many like him will tell you those jobs were not vacant. They were occupied by Americans who wound up having to train the foreigners to replace them.
People are beginning to wake up that they don't have to take this anymore.
Mike told us about the H-1B and L-1 visa programs that enable businesses to hire or transfer foreign workers to the U.S.
It burns me up more and more that they would do this to their own citizens. It's like stabbing your brother in the back.
They, Mike refers to, is Congress. His passion and outrage has not won him many friends on Capitol Hill, but that's exactly where he says the blame rests. After all, back in the mid-90s, Congress voted to increase the number of foreign workers allowed in on these visa programs.
So they are not willfully ignorant. They are willfully complicit, baby. Meaning everybody has always known what they're signing up for. All right. It's their duty as a politician to lie to you. Meanwhile, when you go to see the legislation and the bills being written and who's voting aye to get this stuff passed, and most of them are on board, that means the joke is on you. All right. And no, dude, underneath of no circumstances as a freedman would I like anybody to go before us financially being compensated. That's crazy. All right. We've sacrificed so much and gotten the least amount here, Halls, because the politicians are subject to ignoring us financially. All right. If not ignoring you, damn, getting together to collude against you here to turn your claims into trash. That's what that reparations hearing was, both of them. All right. Yeah, they were trying to trash the discussion and turn it into a circus. Anytime you invite Herschel Walker to put some thick ass bifocals on. All right. No, not just that. Every tether they brought up there, every non-freedman to speak on our issue, they don't do that with other people. But you brought Herschel Walker in there with some thick ass bifocals. All right. To tell you about how he used to be in special ed. All right. No, what does this got to do with our damn reparations claim? All right. What's going on here? All right. Now I'm looking around and shit. All right. The same way with Ta-Nehisi Coates and what you seen with Julianne Malvo and Danny Glover, the first one. All right. Coleman Hughes. All right. And what did they all do at the end here? All right. That we all caught on to in that first one. They all said reparations does not have to be a check. All right. So they were trying to switch and curve the narrative. And the second one that they had was to trash it all together. That's why they made sure they put so many folks in there that had nothing to do with us. If you want the conversations there upon reparations to be serious, first and foremost here, you have this conversation based on people in our society that we respect. All right. There should be a Riza Islam on there or a Dr. Sandy Darity if you're going to give us a few people up there to speak. All right, folks that's going to speak directly on reparations and upon our behalf. Tariq Nasheed or a Jason Black or Professor Black Truth. You put them up there to speak on our behalf. All right, not some Joe Schmoes from the DNC. All right, no, you're good old boys that you vetted, some clowns and tethers. All right, to speak upon what we're supposed to have and what we ain't supposed to get. All right, that's somebody deliberately trying to trash your political conversation using all of these extra operatives and different things in here that they never use on anybody else's stuff. They just have the money ready. They just show up with a bill, dude, and tell you that they're going to pass it. That's all they do. All right. It ain't all of this extra committee and commission and this, that, and the third. And we got to set up this group over here and have a vote. And then we got to write a 5-page essay. And they're like, for what, nigga? You know you owe us money. What you playing games with us for? All right. All of these tricks from California and these other spots in here have been stalling tactics. So the damn Democrats don't have to just give the damn money over. All right. And I am here to tell you here, year to date, do not allow these bastards to procrastinate. All right. If a person is sitting in here ignoring a reparation situation as a politician year to date, then that means that they're choosing to ignore you, and you do the same thing to them. You support a black agenda, baby. All right. That way you don't have to wake up and see some trash like this.
Congress says there was credible evidence that the IT industry had a drastic shortage of workers, that the foreigners were needed to fill the gap. Mike says that so-called evidence came from the IT industry itself, which contributes heavily to congressional campaigns.
These corporate.
And then we go back to where the money and financial interest hits everybody aligned for the illegal immigrants. They just told on you. All right. No, they said the corporations go ahead to save money on this. Congress goes ahead to get their large financial kickbacks. They get all this money from the corporations, and therefore that helps them rather look the other way or put strategic bills and laws up that allow these corporations to continue to work these jokers off the books and have them in here in these lands in here undermining us, because that puts this to the state here as for the owners and corporations. All right, shit, I ain't got to pay anybody fairly, dude. All right. No, nobody fairly has to get paid right here on the books. I'm so used to, all right, no, hiring all of these damn illegals, which a rack of them, dude. I'm telling you like this here. I want to say only 23%. All right, of the white males associated to farming in America agreed to do the e-signature. The rest of them, as a combined or as the majority for the white males, refuse to use e-signature when it comes to the illegals that work on their farms, dude. You literally have human trafficking going down, dude, and the government ain't putting no damn charges out here, dude. Ain't nobody going down. All right, because I told you this here too. It is against the Department of Justice policies to criminalize white men, dude. They will not do it. All right. No, because if they wanted to, dude, and they wanted to stop this cases of illegal immigration for real, take 2 of them damn farm owners you have that got a staff full of illegals, all right, and make an example out of them for human trafficking. All right, 2 of them. All right, nigga, you'll stop all this damn running over here and doing all this shit immediately, dude. All right, because the owners will be afraid to hire them, dude. All right, if you made a thorough example, give 2 of these cats a life sentence for human trafficking. All right, they got it on the books. It's right there. All right, what do you call it? All right, yeah, what the hell do you call it? Huh? When ICE pulls up and nigga, like what damn near 80% of your workers start hauling ass, nigga, running through the field. All right. No, the owner needs to be snatched up. You're allowing this shit, dude. You need to be hit hard. All right. Shake 2 of those bastards up, dude. And that fix your problem here in America, dude. All right. They will not criminalize them, dude. All right. And that right there has always been my biggest factual piece talking to anybody. All right. No, they find bullshit reasons to indict a P. Diddy. All they got to do is keep sitting in front of you talking about some sex trafficking. No evidence, no nothing, no anything. Just keep repeating themselves. All right. Got the news media keep coming in doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. All right. And the whole thing here, Halls, is to get you into some space as if this guy has actually done something wrong. But it's like, all right, where's the evidence at, nigga? All right. Y'all just gave, goddamn it, what's Young Cash Out, him and his mama, and you gave this nigga, goddamn it, 70 damn years or 75 years. All right. He didn't kill anybody. All this was he said, she said. All right. Him and his homeboy and his mom. I think his mother got something like 35 years, dude. All right. So it ain't a game to be coming in here. All right. Just nodding your head on what's being done to black males out here, because this could be you next. This could be your son. All right. No, this could be your husband or grandchildren here, dude. All right. You don't want to just be rolling around like that. All right. I don't care. I feel the same way about Robert Kelly. Yeah, you can convict him upon some crimes he did, but don't come in my face talking about some racketeering, dude. And the nigga got negative $2 million in the bank. Now you running game, nigga. All right. No, now you're playing serious games because you're using, all right, circumstances in which he's been exonerated in cases he's beat to keep bringing this shit up here, Halls. All right. In your cases of public opinion to fight this racketeering and sex trafficking stuff that you have. All right. It's trash. All right. And they were able to confuse the good people enough to end up giving him 30 years at the end, dude. All right. And when you look at the cases of his charges, it doesn't make any damn sense other than they were able to manipulate the damn media and the dominant society to judge this man before you even came in there to even look to see what the hell's going on, dude. All right. That's all it is. That ain't justice. All right. No, it ain't. All right. Now, I feel like for the cases for R. Kelly and others, should we be able to handle these things within our own community? Yeah. I don't need you to show up 25 years later or whatever it is for a situation that you know been popping off, dude, and then try to all right, nudge us and say, hey, niggas, get outraged, niggas. No. All right. Hell no. All right. And if you're that stupid to sit up in here and fall for it, Hoss, you're a part of the goddamn problem. All right. I'm questioning everything that the dominant society bring forth to me because I know they're no friend of ours. All right. Oh, you damn right I'm questioning it. All right. We watched the reaction of how America felt with the trial of the century. All right. As they shouted out that not guilty verdict to O.J. Simpson. You watched all them pale faces there in that room. All right. Yeah, nigga, if you could just suck all the air out the room, dude, that's what it looked like. All right. They were so used to this paperwork process that if a black person there is this, that, and the third is said about you, you are just convicted. All right. That was one of the biggest shockers they ever seen ever. All right. When competency was in the courtroom and he actually got a damn fair trial here, dude. All right. Yeah. Not guilty. All right.
Corporations are giving them thousands upon thousands of millions of dollars so they can get this labor, cut their cost, and CEO wages can go up and up and up.
Also going up, the number of H-1Bs granted to foreigners. In the year 2000, Congress allowed the number of H-1Bs to more than double, even as some of the companies that were using the H-1B workers were laying off tens of thousands of Americans.
And that means you had a lot of money to buy the silence of this government over here. And your Congress people, their checks were fat. Their money was looking good for the money in which they laid off hundreds of thousands of employees. Their little check there for Congress with the hush money and to defend them was looking lovely, dude. Like I told you, money in politics is always going to sink you. All right, it is. Because right where you showing me a bunch of American citizens, or preferably freedmen, losing their damn jobs, you can also pull up here and they can show you following the money who's eating a little bit damn better. All right. Yeah, your politicians don't give a shit, Halls. And there's another example right there. All right. You out of a gig, you out of a job, but their envelope is a little fatter. All right. Oh, thank you so much, man. You know what? You guys are all right. If you need anything, just give me a call. All right. Whole time you with your trade and your skills, you can't even get your shit off the ground because they have legally been able to bring in here opposition, which they're paying a whole lot less here. All right. To keep you out of a damn job, dude. All right. Oh, yeah, that's a big damn problem because you're not just fighting certain parts in cases there in your community here, Halls. You're fighting directly with your government, dude. All right. They're putting this shit in front of you, which is an extra unnecessary obstacle here, which year to date for a good deal of these corporations and what have you has turned around to bite you in the ass. All right. What these guys never calculated in between all of this scheming, scamming, sliding around and bullshit, that Trump was actually going to keep his damn word. All right. No, they actually thought, and even for these cases to take you further back, they thought Americans were stupid enough here, freedmen, that if they threw enough celebrities at us that would be enough for them to continue to come in here and continue to ransack this damn country here. All right. Yeah, you got a damn, like I said, a rock concert stadium crowd of people at the border. All right, waiting, sitting Indian style, lined up behind. Like, nigga, are you crazy? Have you lost your damn mind? I'm talking about every single day. All right? Don't tell us about the money you don't have, dude. You have no right, dude, to look at a freedman and start describing all the money you ain't got and how much y'all in debt. Save that shit for somebody else. All right? We're talking about money that's prepared and ready for them the moment they go ahead and put their feet there on this soil. They getting backpacks and little Visa debit cards and plane tickets, nigga. All right? Yeah, the moment you get settled in. All right? Oh, yeah. And that's how real it is. You seen one of the Border Patrol guys, and the dude was it was an illegal coming in here. He said, "Oh, can I go to Chicago?" He was like, "Sir, you can go anywhere you want." Oh my Lord. All right. You talk about zero, goddamn. You talk about goddamn it. What? We said 77, over 77,000 people here. All right. Caught and released, dude. That's what they mean. All right. Meaning they see you, they talking to you here for a second, take your name down, like everything else, but then they're going to release you off into the country. This is why when Trump's administration was coming back with that number, all right, in March of this year, that number was 0. All right. No, 0. Meaning if they got your ass, they got you. All right. We're not releasing you anywhere, nigga, except for into an ICE facility. All right. So to prepare for your court case or evacuation up out of here, nigga. All right. No, preparing to ship you back where you came from. All right. That's it. You ain't getting released. All right. So we don't never see your ass again. All right. Right. So you can disappear off somewhere. All right, because y'all know the remedy. This is part of why Tom Homan got the green light for all this shit. Because the normal practice and pattern is for these cats to never show up for their court cases anyway. A lot of them don't show up. This is why you have all these damn illegals in here. And folks in here getting mad, talking about some TPS. No, nigga. You got some of y'all circumstances for the folks that did get involved in cases of catch and release. Those were your court cases personally here to get your stuff set up to stay in these country, and you decide to not do this shit anyway. All right? No, it's not like America didn't try to stay tied to you to give you some type of process. All right? Because they played ball with you. They looked past things here, Halls, and they even scheduled you enough time there ahead. So therefore, if you wanted to show that you wanted to do certain things in here manually for your citizenship to do things the right way, you can come into the courtroom showing that. And instead of us getting any of that, these niggas are just ghosts. All right? Ghosts. All right? Can't find them. Ain't no nothing. All right? In a moment, somebody put your ass in a half Nelson somewhere. All right? Excuse me. Wait, senor. Wait. Moment they put you in a half Nelson. No, now you want everybody to weigh in and look at, oh, this is wrong. This is no. We got laws. Like every country, we have laws, dude. And these things are to protect us and to keep everybody safe around. All right? No, I don't know what country you can come in here, Halls, and look, you can just roll up in there like Jason Bourne, nigga. All right? No, you ain't got to have no identity or nothing. All right? Yeah, what are you trying to do? All right? Real talk. What all is you trying to do? All right? Yeah, no fingerprints, no nothing. This nigga's just, all right, walking around rogue, nigga. All right? Right, yeah, like some type of damn vigilante or something. All right? You can't do that shit in your own country. All right? No, you can't. All right? Especially if you run around here getting into shit. All right? Shit. We ain't getting the best out the bunch here. No, we're not. Do not with some of the stuff we've seen in here personally. No, we ain't. All right? Shit, that's a lie. Huh? You telling a lie. All right? For all my folks in here that don't mind keeping it funky, you know what you've seen around you. I ain't just talking about my program. You know what you have physically seen around you on a day-to-day. All right? And some of this stuff is out of control. All right? It is. All right? Some of us ain't specialized for this. I'm good talking politics, sitting back, rapping with my people, breaking down certain things with Black empowerment or what have you in here. I'm great at those things. I ain't no damn therapist, nigga. All right? Yeah, we ain't in here. We here to be able to fix certain things with our people, other black folks in here, because that's within our culture, our community. All right. Yeah, we're not responsible for all this other extra shit. No, you're not. And don't feel like you are, dude. All right. Yeah. Some folks need to get adjusted to holding their own nuts, man. All right. This is why you got all the pleading, pushing back, and people fighting at us every time an incident pops off, and it's not a large amount of us coming out here to support it. All right. No, the first thing that you see is folks spitting venom at us, dude. Oh, why aren't you guys doing this? Why aren't you? Because it ain't got nothing to do with us, Hall. All right. No, and you got an appetizer. You got the first 2 meals for free, nigga. All right. Man, we've been looking out for years. All right. Yes. You niggas are sitting in here. All right. Because of what my ancestors have done, you get refugee benefits when you go ahead simply to put your feet on these soils, nigga. You getting taken care of. All right. You're welcome. All right. Hold on. You're welcome. All right. We don't have to get up to do anything else extra, man. There's our contribution. All right. Right. And we don't even get no respect upon that. You still got niggas talking shit. All right. So why would we break a sweat or to lift an extra hand or an elbow, nigga? All right. No, to certain groups out here who can't even keep their people in line. All right. No, every time we turn around, we got to go check somebody or put somebody in order here, Halls, who's doing something they ain't got no business doing towards our people, dude. All right. We got to say something. All right. Now, that is not a thorough line of understanding or some quote unquote minority coalition here, dude. And the last time I checked here, and I just want to keep this clear, the only thing that I've seen, 2 things that you put everything inside of to mix together is a trash can and a toilet, nigga. All right. That's it. All right. From a technical span here, just talking to you regular, baby. All right. No, that's the only thing that you mix everything in one big melting pot. Yeah, a trash can. All right, that's where everything go into. All right, you pick up anything and just throw it in there. All right, yeah, a trash can or preferably the toilet. All right, freedmen are not interested in that. All right, no, we're trying to make sure that we win. We're trying to make sure we got finances for our kids. All right, and politically, like there's some land. All right, and that our politicians here, all right, are pandering to us and doing our damn bidding. This is what we're looking for. All right. The same way that we can sit back and see Eric Adams walking around with a damn yarmulke on. All right. Yeah, you know who he's pandering to. You ain't got to say it. All right. But we need to be able to have stuff like that as far as Freedmen and a bunch of them lined up. All right. To tell us about how much money they're going to give us. Look, I'm not afraid to win, baby. No, I'm not. All right. I'm just trying to describe to you guys, at least politically, what it should look like. All right. No, the same way they pandering to all the rest of these groups. All right. And y'all should get used to that. Yeah, because as we say here from a political stance, dude, ain't none of these niggas your friend. That ain't what it's about. It ain't about like, nigga. All right. No, if a Republican candidate comes out here and they're talking about reparations for freedmen and giving us some resources, all right, my support is over there. All right, an independent, a Democrat, whatever, a person from the Green Party, nigga. All right, and they are leading. All right, this is what they're leading with all the time, every day. All right, this is what they start and base their shit on. Giving freedmen the economics and resources that we were supposed to get. It does not have to be reparations for the terms, dude. We can look at the paperwork, and as long as it says the things that we needed to say, cool. All right. It could say freedmen financially connected. All right. Yeah, it could say freedmen dollars. All right. Whatever. It does not have to say reparations, but as long as we can look in that paperwork one more again, all right, to see that the benefits and the things that we've been sitting here asking for are there, we good. All right. Yeah, yes, indeed. Because understand the reparations term has been polluted and co-opted and shitted on here. And the Republicans and some of these other politicians are starting to go after that term directly. All right. This is why we use other terms speaking about our paper interchangeably here, Halls. All right. And we're comfortable getting off of that word if we have to, because all the black folks out here that listen to me, we understand what the agenda is, baby. We get it. All right. What's understood ain't got to be regurgitated 1,000 times. All right. Yes, indeed. Shit. But you only can be alerting the dominant society after a minute here. All right. We got to be careful with that. No, you don't want them too previewed up in here, learning your terms and your phrases and things like that. And culture even shows you the same way she can use us for her conversations to go after immigrants. She can also come back in here and shuffle trash upon us, calling ourselves foundational Black Americans. All right. No, because she don't want us getting no damn resources either. We don't have any friends, nigga. All right. I don't care how cool somebody's seen laying out one of these jokers here. I just seen Megyn Kelly laying out immigrants. Okay, fine. That was her excuse to be racist, nigga. That doesn't mean that, all right, she's one of ours, dude. You talking about blackface Megyn Kelly? No. All right. I would have checked the history on some of these Bamas. All right. So many folks, I'm talking about just happy that the white folks done winked at you real quick, man. That's not what we on. All right. Yeah, that they mention your little rockhead ass in the room. All right. We ain't doing that. All right. You said black first. That's what it is. Driver's license are no longer valid for Haitians living under TPS. So they're taking what you got, baby, and cutting you off. And for the people staying in Ohio, I know you're relieved, family. I know you're taking a breath. Here's why. In that space in particular, I'm not talking about eating the ducks and eating cats and dogs, but the car accidents have been rampant, baby. A rack of car accidents from y'all people, dude, in particular. Good deal of y'all driving around, no driver's license, not even a license. No, not even, you don't even got one. Cars, all this extra money that's been given to them. You understand? Christine Clark during Biden's administration threatened the banks to say if they didn't lend to illegals here, Halls, then she would sue them. All right. No, I want to know the last attorney general that went on the behalf of freedmen to do that. All right. Yes. This is why for some of these folks just getting in here for 2 seconds or whatever, no matter what, they'll go ahead to let these illegals go ahead and get some bread out the bank. Me and you here, doesn't even matter here for where your credit is stacked up, nigga. They playing games with you about giving you a loan. All right. Maybe they got to think on it, nigga. All right. Some of y'all got good credit scores. And we'll let you know. All right. Right. You understand? For them, they coming in there and getting cashed out, Halls. So yeah, this is good business because this stops some of these jokers from moving around and causing collateral damage to the damn area. All right. Oh, man. All right. This is a great idea. Fair use.
Driver's licenses are no longer valid for Haitians living under TPS.
According to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services website, work permits are set to expire just 4 days from now. It'll be July 10th. It's creating some issues for an estimated 12,000 Haitians living in Springfield. 2 News reporter Julian Jackson has been covering this topic. He joins us now live from Springfield. Julian, how is the Haitian community navigating through this big challenge?
Hey, Jack, Lauren, they're taking things day by day is what they're telling me right now. And I do want to make a note of this. Now, we are learning that it is possible that the status of the Haitians holding TPS here in Springfield and across the nation may not end until July 20th. Now, that's because of a recent filing within the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit. So we're still working to learn more on that. I talked to a guy earlier today. He said he's lived in Springfield for 5 years. And he said going to work right now is probably not a good idea.
I would say probably not because they're scared.
After living in Springfield for 5 years, Olfen Bailey says he's finally thinking about taking the government's offer to self-deport.
They said the government will give like $2,600 and for people who want to go voluntary.
Olfen says he still can't see why the government believes Haiti, which remains under a level 4 travel advisory, is safe for people to return.
If it's not safe for American people and it's not safe for me as a human. Yeah, but they don't see it like that.
James Florijan with the Haitian Support Center tells me if it was safe to go back, it's likely that all 350,000 Haitians living in the U.S. under TPS would leave.
Haitians, they're so proud of the country. They are so patriotic and they love the country. They just stay here just because they don't have a choice.
For the time being, anyone who needs to go to work, needs groceries, or needs to get other appointments are being accommodated through rideshare services and the help of volunteers.
They have different people there for their community, as well as the politicians and stuff, sticking right on court. This goes to show, no, they can do shit if they want to. So for the people that have lost their driver's license and, you can't move around, they got ride share, they got volunteers, they have other people there in the community to go ahead to pick up, all right, where you may not have any benefits or resources, which is good upon their community. I ain't hating, I ain't throwing no damn shade. I would much rather have that than a bunch of fatal, car accidents, dude, because a bunch of people are over here and can't drive, dude. All right. Yeah, it's dangerous. You talking about what, about 5 accidents a day here, Halls, at one point in time. All right. Yeah, they had it bad down there in Ohio. Give me 1 second.
This is what we do to see if we can help them out to endanger themselves, driving without a valid driver's license.
I asked Alfane if he still feels safe in Springfield.
People were very, 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 I would say, very kind. Not anymore.
Now, we are still working to learn more.
And by kind means that you can get a bunch of free shit. All right. No, kind means you can get a bunch of free shit. Look at his hairline. Look at his hairline. All right. No, y'all need to go home and get it popping, baby. All right. This ain't it. That ain't it, man. All right. Yeah. What do you mean they were kind? If you're seeing people's true colors, then these are things you should have noticed from the beginning. Really, man. TPS means temporary, baby. Yes, it does.
Very, I would say, very kind. Not anymore.
Now, we are still working to learn more. And at this time, with the driver's license expiring, the work permits just 4 days from now, they are still navigating things day by day. Now, what they're telling me is that they just hope that things can be peaceful at this time. We're going to continue following updates and let you know if anything arises. You can follow that here live on air and through the 2 News app.
Yeah. So they've turned on them. Yep. Your friends have turned. Some of your friends have turned on you. They're being honest. They understand they got the back end of this system here. It's not going to be pretty here. It won't. But I also say this here. Y'all are still connected enough to get your transportation flowing. That's a plus on y'all behalf. But use it for something great here that's going to continue to go ahead to benefit the rest of y'all, because at the end of the day here, at some point in here, they're going to go ahead to draw a line, and you're not going to be able to see individuals like him on the television screen. All right. And it's priority, as they've shown in here, to kick that stuff up in the gas. When you've seen the first 5 days, they collected about 10,000 people. So they're not marching low here, man. They coming in heavy. All right, making impact, sending messages out to the New York Post and getting that out publicly to the people about what's going on. All right, just in case if you're wondering, does everybody know? Yeah, people are well and in tune, dude. We're making sure that it doesn't skip our mind, dude. And what we have to say to you upon that is that be careful with the people that you decide to make a deal with. We ain't never trust this government anyway. All right, you thinking you can shake their hand and get a different outcome? I don't know what you would, Yeah, I don't know what somebody told you. All right. But as I said here, to categorize y'all properly, you were a chess piece. You were a pawn on the board to them. All right. One to use to economically displace and gentrify us here on one end here, all to cause us all types of problems. All right. But on another case in the span for cheap labor, all right, and for the rich folks out here to save money, and for the circumstances of having a valid buffer class in here where you can sidestep black folks. All right. Bigger problem that y'all had here for y'all immigration thing is that you publicly and openly got greedy with this flood the zone process, in which those numbers accumulated to you bringing in 4 times the amount of illegals than what you had the last administration. All right. Yeah. And that's easily identified by the football stadiums worth of people just waiting at the border first thing in the morning, dude. All right. Yeah, you can see that by that. It's just like, all right, well, the betrayal, man. All right. And how effective, how hard does ICE have to kick things into overtime to make a dent in here and help fix some of the damage that was caused by the Biden administration? And to answer your question is, all right, you would have to have two administrations in which the next one, of course, it's not going to be Trump, but the next Republican to come in, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Republican president. I'm just telling y'all ahead of time. Would have to pick up Trump's mass deportation skills and tactics. He would have to keep Tom Homan in place. All these different things. Now, if you had it underneath of those fine restrictions that I just said, 2 years straight, yeah, you would see a solid impact on there. And yes, they're already showing other cases in here as far as the slow ups of people coming into the country, period. All right. Those things have screeched to a halt, damn near. All right. If anybody wants to go check the raw numbers. All right. But as far as like cleaning the problem that the Democrats caused, you would need two administrations for that, 8 years. All right. And to continue what Trump has already been doing. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. If anybody's asking. All right. Just in case you might be looking, keeping score. Okay. All right. What would be the all right, how do we ultimately hit the reset button as far as mass deportation and effectively have the process going correctly here? All right, and you would it would take you 8 years. It would take you two administrations. Maybe not, as you said, as blunt as Trump has been with some of these other things in here, because he's going to continue, I believe, to keep fighting this birthright citizen stuff here. All right, but like I said here, for the bigger parts of just staring at grabbing up non-citizens in here that are violent criminal records and things like that. All right. Yeah, give it 8 years. 8 years, it will make an impact. Right. But you would have to have another Republican president that also picks up the exact same policies that he has. That's the only way it would work. All right. If you took here and they said in numbers case for ratios and replaced everything that was illegal here, and I ain't gonna say replaced, but just removed it from America here. Every person working illegally here, all right, here in America, you will only be stripping down somewhere around 10%, a little bit over 10% of the American working base. That's it. All right. Yeah, just to be specific with you, as we talk about all these, I don't want to just say stuff and don't nobody have any type of roundabout theory of what we're dealing with. All right, what would that cause? What would be the different effects here? What percentages and numbers we would be dealing with? That's what you would be dealing with. Somewhere a little bit over 10% of the labor in the workforce. All right, if you took all the illegals out of here. All right, right, which is not a significant dent at all. All right, no, it isn't. All right, when you can get a bunch of freedmen that would love to fill these roles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would economically put us right back on place for some of these spots here. Mm-hmm. And the redistribution of wealth is already doing that thanks to the manual work in which every brother and sister, which should be proud of yourself, is doing year to date, keeping that black dollar in the black community, making sure that we're eating, dude. All right, that a black person is eating, that you're putting money in a black person's pocket here also. All right, that our society here is rotating that money in our community. Us, nobody else. All right. And it's respected more, baby. The love is there more. It's more pleasant when we get to sit there and chill with each other and vibe. There's a bunch of good stuff that comes with that, man. All right. And that black dollar staying there in the black community, man, all right, gives bigger levels of hopes and aspirations here for our kids, man. All right. For them to look up one day and say, damn, all right, granddad, all right, whatever, or Uncle Urban, Uncle Quincy, what happened around so-and-so with this time? What inspired these turn of events? And you yourself can go ahead to tell, well, somebody came online bucking their chests out at us, daring us to not use their businesses. All right. And it was one of the best things to ever happen to freedmen. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of the best things in here. Mm-hmm. So we go ahead to take us away here for today's program here, circling back to the gubernatorial candidate within one Andrew Loose Booty Gillum, all right, who was caught recently with all kinds of crack pipes, all right, yeah, and tools and instruments here, Halls, all right. He said he was smoking meth, so he got caught with more meth. All right, hold on. He got caught with more meth, Halls. All right, and he said he got caught with some weed, and they said he had a whole bunch of gadgets, yo. All right, so he had, I guess, a weed smoking pipe. All right, the meth pipe was right there on the console. All right, so the police just was able to see that. All right, they said he was driving funny. All right, and that's why they pulled him over. All right, and when they pulled him over, they just found a bunch of crack pipes in there and meth pipes. Now, if meth is familiar, we must also go back and remember that we told you he was in a hotel of maximum carnage. All right, yeah, with 4 white dudes in there. He had answered the door, butterball. He ain't had no clothes on. All right. Yeah, very suspicious. There was pills all over the floor and Diet Coke sodas on the floor. All right. I mean, a horror show, dude. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. The damn bussy residue on the sheets. All right. Yeah, bussy residue. All right. Yeah. You understand? All right. I guess he had threw up into some a towel or something. But it was a disgusting scene, family. Let's see if we can go and get a piece of that from about 6 years ago. I think it was about 6 years ago, family. All right, hold on here. Yeah, I don't want you can go on YouTube and see the actual hotel video. I don't want to see all of that. All right. No, I'm all right. You understand? Okay. I don't need to see me, but I will go ahead to show y'all what the deal was here. All right. No, we got to go all the way around here as I'm closing out to give you a good look. All right. And what Andrew Gillum is known for, all right, is originally that monkey this thing up comment that Ron DeSantis that made towards him, who's a gubernatorial candidate. We thought that he might have had some type of possibilities of winning. He's a former Tallahassee mayor. All right. He had a political field and a lane in here, than whereas though the Democrats thought that they can go ahead to run with him. All right. You know, he has a wife, he has 2 kids. All right. So yes, it's more that Barack Obama thing where you got a beard sitting over here. All right. To hide whatever your extracurricular activities are. All right. Yeah, to keep that down. All right. Yeah, you know, y'all know after he got caught, he was over in Tamron Hall's program with lip gloss on, right? All right. Right. Hold on. Well, this is him getting caught in here. He said he was drinking because they had a wedding or something like that. He was coming from a wedding. And yeah, he was only drinking. All right, that's his story.
At noon, the police releasing evidence today from an overdose incident involving former candidate for Florida Governor Andrew Gillum.
And we're now getting a look inside the hotel room where they say it happened. Local 10 News reporter Laren Livingston is live in Miami Beach with the details. Laren.
Christy, Janice, police say back on March 13th, former gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum was so intoxicated here at the Mondrian and South Beach Hotel that he could not even speak with officers. And as you mentioned, just this morning, Miami Beach police releasing body cam footage of their response to the hotel and that emergency call that night. Take a look at this. Much of the video inside of the hotel room was blurred because of privacy reasons, according to the police. But what we are able to see are police responding to that emergency call around 1 o'clock in the morning about a suspected drug overdose. Now, Gillum and 2 other men were inside the hotel room there, and police say one of those men, Aldo Mejias, went into the room earlier that night and found Gillum and another man, Travis Dyson, under the influence of a, quote, unknown substance. Dyson ultimately had to be taken to the hospital to be treated. Gillum, who'd reportedly been found vomiting in the bathroom there in that hotel room, was later allowed to leave.
Yeah, it looks like they got all types of pills in here. All right. No, Andrew Gillum had came to the door butterball, y'all. All right. Filthy. You understand? Filthy. Yeah, one part of the video, it was white dude standing over top of him, right? All right. You couldn't see nothing but his feet right there. All right. No, Andrew Gillum's here. They ain't turning the lights on in there yet. They knew what they was doing. All right. I believe they knew what they was doing here, Halls. All right. No, we got some gubernatorial dude here. You got all types of like pain medicine and stuff like that on the floor. All right. Drinking. All right. Yeah. And in these cases, they probably were doing what they normally do. All right. Go grab some black buck and Andrew Gillum comes in here. All right. And then that process just getting turned up with you wasn't enough, dude. All right. Yeah, it called the man on you. And like I said, even though the other guy got snatched up for the cases of him ODing, the story centered itself around Andrew. All right. No, you're the known political figure. We don't know the rest of these jokers in it unless you said. Only thing we know is you was in there with a bunch of white dudes, yo. All right, 3-4 white dudes, and you was butt naked. All right. There's meth in there. All right, Diet Coke sodas on the floor and pills. All right, right, bussy residue. All right, the sheets have been destroyed in there. All right, that's all we know. It's just a crime scene. All right. And I guess
the hotel and go home. Now,
Andrew was so bad that the police didn't even charge him. They probably felt so embarrassed for him. All right. No, nobody got charged. And his friend ended up getting medical treatment, man. But for anybody who's watched the police video, man, yeah, it's nothing good to look at, man.
Hospital to be treated. Gillum, who'd reportedly been found vomiting in the bathroom there in that hotel room, was later allowed to leave the hotel and go home. Now, there are also photographs that police officers released to us. Pics from inside that hotel room show a mess of a hotel room. We're talking stained pillowcases and sheets. There are pill bottles that have been noticeably seen there in those photographs. And police also removed ultimately what they suspected at the time to be 3 small bags of suspected crystal meth. Now, Andrew Gillum was the first black nominee in a major party to run for Florida governor, narrowly losing to now Governor Ron DeSantis back in 2018. And he claimed he was here in South Florida for a wedding that night and that he never used meth, and he ultimately apologized for that incident. He also later released a statement saying that he suffered from depression following the loss there to the governor, and that led to alcohol abuse, and he said that he would be entering rehab. We've also now reached out to the Miami Beach police just to see if what was initially suspected to be crystal meth was later actually, in fact, found to be crystal meth. We're still waiting to hear back from them on that, and we'll continue to pour over this video, these photographs, and bring you more right here on Local 10 and at local10.com. For now, we're live here in Miami Beach. Lara Livingston, Local 10 News.
Now, that was the old situation there. Nobody was charged. Like I said, I think it was more so the personal embarrassment, man. Yeah, man, that was enough. The fact it was going to be on news, the body cam was going to be shown, people were going to be able to look at you. All right. I think that was the full, he said, extent there of how much they were going to draw attention to that matter. But this one is going to kind of change these circumstances in Baldwin County, because they're going to be on to you, bro. They're going to keep pulling you over. If this is some real problem that you have, dude, all right, then it's going to get clean off of this stuff in here is going to have to be an immediate thing. Because if you don't, they're going to be all in your sugar honey iced tea about it. Excuse me. All right. They're going to be all in your stuff, man. They're going to be addressing you. They're going to be pulling you up. All right. It's going to be awkward. They're going to be searching you in random places. That's what comes with this. All right. Never mind, his extracurricular activities or his lifestyle, alternative lifestyle, which you better keep that down too, dude. All right. I don't see here for his course how he gets this far politically and able to do all of this other stuff in here. And you wait till you damn near, all right, or to fight for your life after a governor's race here, Halls, before you completely hit the wall and throw all these things out the window. Even if the Democrats would like to recycle him now, they can't. What are they left to start with? sad to say, when they put them criminal charges on him for spending campaign funds and he won, he went up against the feds and won. I commend you for that. All right. They wanted to take him down then. Him and that other little campaign chair that he had, that young lady he had, they charged her too. All right. But he was able to win. All right. Now they got you here for this. And they're going to keep coming, dude, because the feds, number one here, all right, or law enforcement period, don't like to take L's, man, or to be made to look stupid. Why they rating it so high? What's it, like a 93 or 94, 93% rating of convictions? All right. People don't just beat the feds, dude. That's not something that's done every day. All right. But he did it. And you better slow down, bro. You better slow down. Because this is what you could say publicly. You should say the hotel was your warning because they didn't even charge you. But in this case, you've been charged. They put an orange jumpsuit on you. Of course, your friends are going to come to you directly and talk to you now, because the last conversation that we had basing this was a case of just talking about alcohol and getting treatment for alcohol. You was just drinking too much. That's all that took place. And, you know, people ain't had no choice in certain cases but to ride with it, because it's like, all right, one person saying one thing, you're saying another. All right. Yeah, they could be trying to cover themselves. Who knows? But now in this situation, you've directly been caught with the meth. All right. So we can assume in that first situation now at the hotel that you did partake, brother, even if we were going to give you the benefit of the doubt. All right. Yeah, you got a problem, dude. All right. And what you call it, what you one of his partners that he tries to dabble in here with, those things are fine. All right. And we ain't looking at that. His lifestyle is his lifestyle. He can be whoever he wants to be there. But this stuff there, they're going to end up locking you up here for that, Hoss, and you'll be away from your family. So, like I say, in the best interest to drop that. You already living your truth. It's not like people don't know about Andrew Gillum. All right. But yeah, just go get some help, brother. That's it. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with getting help, dude. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Yeah. You shouldn't want all your stuff out here publicly like that anyway. They're going to keep running up on you like Ray Charles, nigga. All right. Like Ray. All right. Not to say y'all got anything here in comparison. Of course, you don't. All right. But yeah, they go like they snatched the pills out of his pocket at the airport. All right. Yeah, they're going to keep running up on you, y'all. All right. They're going to search you thoroughly everywhere now. All right. That's what comes with this, man. And yeah, you're going to lose a lot of time. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Truthfully, I feel like there was nothing for him to gain. So there's nothing for him to lose. Really, technically, by him being loosed up, other than more political connections, which is like, yeah, he's on this show with Tiffany Cross and Angela Rye. So it's like you in no man's land already. All right. That show ain't booming. It's trash. It's not good at all. All right. No, it isn't. He's like the yes man sitting in the middle. All right. No, to agree with any and everything that's said right there. No, if it makes sense or not. All right. That's his job. All right. It's his job to be the masculine energy in that room. All right. No, that's why that show ain't popping off. All right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, he's supposed to be when you go to listen to what black men feel, they go to him. All right. Right. That's why the energy is off there. But, but on the real here, dude. All right. Yeah, it's nothing for the Democrats to go ahead to back. They did everything they could. All right. The gubernatorial thing is finished. All right. And there's not another election here where you can place him and they got some chances of winning. All right. All that spoiling yourself out here in front of the people and lying about who you were originally. All of these things fall up underneath of the Democratic Party anyway. All right. Meaning we ain't going to go ahead to tell you the truth until we have to. All right. Until it's undeniable. All right. Right. Under all circumstances. All right. And look at how confused we are here year to date. All right. Because as I told you here, for the programs we love, all right, we'll step off here, connecting these two dots in here that we love here. All the poison has to be oozed into it. All right. I love the Book of Power with Tyreek, man. All right. The Book of Power too. Mary J. Blige, Method Man, and they had a good cast of characters there. It was pretty fly. Like I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to watching Tommy and Tyreek's joint that they're gonna have together. All right, and how that goes as they go back to New York City, I believe. All right, and they still got their connections there to Chicago, of course. All right, your boy is still alive here. Main man, the villain from over there. I can't think of his name. Bernard or Leonard, whatever his name is. Excuse me. The white dude is still alive. The Irish guy. So they still have a couple characters there, and Ashanti's still alive in Chicago. So they still got, like I'm saying, a couple characters to build off of that. But great show and a great program, at least for the Power series. I know I was sitting back here talking about that. All right, but I want to go back over here to Barack Obama to finish properly. Yeah, to finish properly, to show you that I say here for the cases of what they want to switch these circumstances here year to date. All right, we always said the good casting crew. Why did I mention Power? Yeah, because in Power, as I watched the show Power here, we watched the show Power. All right, gangster stuff will be taking place. All right, real gangster. No, a drug deal will pop off. All right, or somebody will get killed. All right, folks will dap each other up. Something real gangster. Next thing you know, they just throw a scene with Drew halfway getting into it. All right, they do that shit on purpose, y'all. They do it on purpose. All right. Yes, they do. They understand. No, if it was something for most love scenes, they got to heat up. You understand? They start talking, things, they heat up. Maybe a kiss and then things spark up. All right. If you see Drew doing that with some other dude, people going to pick the remote up and change the channel. They know that. All right. So, all right, this is why in between the drug deal and all this, they're going to show Drew getting it on in the middle. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you trying to watch parts of the gangster scenes. You trying to make sure you ain't missing nothing. All right. Yeah, and they intentionally, willfully sabotaging the damn show. All right. That's why I was glad when those parts were over, because they kept giving us this trash every episode. Like, we don't give a shit about his heartbreak, nigga. We don't care. All right. Hopefully he'll get cold, man, and start putting people down, man. All right. Good. Toughen him up. All right. Yeah, we don't care about he was so angry and sad, so he had to go get all this pussy, and I don't care. All right. Destroying Power, man. All right. Destroyed this shit, man. Certain parts. I ain't even watched the shit, man. Damn, raped your eyes, nigga. All right. Violated your eyes. All right. Just violated you. All right. No, nothing, dude. You sitting in that motherfucker. All right. No, Kane, what you say his name is? Kane. Yeah, Kane just bodied somebody, or he just dropped the dope off. All right. Just got finished collecting the money. All right. The dope scene popping off. All right. No, and they just throw Drew at you out of nowhere, nigga. All right. Yeah. Man, look, man. They know what they're doing, man. All right. That's another reason why that shit had to get out of here, too. All right. It did, man. All right. I ain't with all that. Keep power, dude. Just keep it, you know what I mean? All right. Yeah, we don't need all of these extras. And I go to Barack Obama. All right. One more again here. That's what I said. He ain't president. He's not in office anymore. He ain't. All right. Right. When I think of him, one more time. All right. Barack Obama, Andrew Gillum, Cory Buttcheeks, Cory Booker. All right. Hakeem Jeffries. All right. These jokers are all one and the same, man. All right. Hold on.
Things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't outlawed, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant.
Stop, dude. Stop. And would call you out. All right. No, what type of authority or goddamn badge of honor are you looking to get from this individual, and why, nigga? All right. Well, that's the question. What you on? The hell is he smoking? Yeah, he would call me on my crap. Why are you around him long enough for him to call you on your crap, so to speak? All right. I'm not talking about the settings of a classroom. He said this began to be his friend. All right. Yeah, what are you doing, nigga? What are you not telling us? All right. That's the problem with little weird politicians coming out trying to have funky conversations with you like this. It ain't enough filling in here, Halls. All right. For you to understand any of this trash. All you know is mentally, as a freedman, that it's all wrong, goddammit. All right. All of it. No, all of it, Halls.
Who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or whatever, they have somebody that they.
No, man. No. What? No, me and the fellas, dude. I'm talking about the big dogs. We ain't sitting around having jelly bean conversations like this. All right? Now, you on something else, Hoss. You got something else going on. Huh? Huh? You got something else going on. All right? Yeah, what is he talking about? The fellas. I'm talking about the brothers. All right? We don't have strange conversations like this, dude. All right? But look, man, you watching a nigga like this around your kids from now on. All right? You looking at him. All right? Because all of this conversation is inappropriate, dude. We don't need to be having any forms of sexual conversations with kids, period, dude. And these wackos keep coming in front of your face, all right, hoping that there's some type of polite way to disrespect you, Halls. All right, do what you want to do with your kids. We can see why they've made the decisions that they have, nigga. All right, right, based on this good old parenting of yours. Feel free, all right? But that ain't anything that we want to pass among society and black society, dude. All right? Not at all. All right. Remember, when he was in office, he had all this little alphabet stuff up there and everything else, all these things that Trump removed the moment he got in there. All right. And he showed you who he advocated for. All right. That was illegal immigrants underneath of the cases of breaking the law, dude. All right. That's what DACA was. All right. Hold on.
Was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or whatever, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this. That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need.
Yes, he can. My nephew loves his father. All right. God rest the dead. I love the hell out of my father. Respect him. He was all I needed. All right. Right. And so many others who grew up around your father. You love your father to life. You don't need anything other than him. You don't need a loose booty nigga in the back with a wig on. All right. No, who's confused. All right. No, don't know if he coming or going about life. All right. That's not who you need to talk to about your decisions in life, dude. All right. Seems like they're still growing. All right. Oh, no. All right. Oh, absolutely not, man. I'm not trying to disrespect any part there of that community per se. All right. No, I'm not. All right. Who do we got right here? Somebody's in here from Versus. All right. Mrs. Brown.
He can't be
Like
everything.
he can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or whatever, they have somebody that they can.
One second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right, good family. I will be back in here to holler at everybody in just a minute. Thank you. I appreciate all the love. Much respect in a minute. Peace. All right.